My man. Doing the most. Doing the most. You know I had to remix this bitch. Shout out our boy. If I get caught up in a storm, pray the rain just keep me calm. All my life I dealt with pain, see no evil cause on. Chop along just like a arm, new bitches we fucking on. Doing wrong without them knowing, I'm the GOAT if you ain't know it. And you can't go do what I've been through. Wish I had somebody I could vent to. And you can't go through what I've been through. Wish I had somebody I could vent to. I just need someone to call on. I've been making moves like Michael Corleone. I won't say that shit until it's set in stone. Bitch, don't say my name if you gon' say it wrong. I can't touch these drugs and keep my...
Yo, it's your boy CT Crusher here checking in. Just wanting to remind y'all to go subscribe to my homie Hoodie Jube for the Hoodie Jube live podcast. We talking pressing topics here for you every night of the week. Hit that ding dong bell to make sure you don't miss an upload. Come join in on the conversation. Help us expand the community. We do a lot of giveaways, give away to a lot of charities, giving away to the local children's hospital. And oh, by the way, if you want a chance to win free NFL tickets, yes, I said that, free NFL tickets, make sure you subscribe and hit the ding so you don't miss a chance to win free NFL tickets. Peace out.
Your time is up, our time is now. Say Hoodie, you can't see us, our time is now. You hear me? Hoodie Jube in the building shining now. You can't see us, our time is not at all. Your time is up, our time is not. Say Hoodie, you can't see us, our time is not. You hear me? Hoodie Jube in the building shining now. That NO, you can't see us, our time is not. Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Cameron Jordan on the field, about to take a QB soul. Ever Camara break a tackle, so you know he bold. Mike Thomas catching everything, so you know he cold. The defense elite, D Davis coming through the line, boy, take a seat. Lattimore in the backfield, so you know that's me. Dumb boys with the Florida leaves, yeah, they gon' eat. Yeah, we talking pyromatic, we talking Marcus May. We in the backfield, we gon' make them pay. Them boys hitting hard, they need an X-ray. Yeah. We talking black and gold, 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 straight to the Super Bowl. Your time is up, our time is now. Say Hoodie, you can't see us, our time is now. Woo! Hoodie Jube in the building, we shining now, we shining. You can't see us, our time is now. You hear me? Your time is up, our time is now. Woo! You can't see us, our time is now. Say Hoodie, Hoodie Jube in the building, we shining now. You can't see us, our time is now.
Hoodie Jube!
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Hoodie Jube, and we back with another live podcast, man. And if y'all don't know, y'all will know there's no YouTube without your boy, Hoodie Jube, y'all. How is everybody doing today, man? Me, doing this fine, man. Glad to be off, man, and ready to chat it away with everybody in here, man. And yes, just to let everybody know, this is not no normal, podcast where we're just talking about Saints football today, man. Today is just about the channel, man. And I want to tell everybody all the goals that I'm trying to accomplish on here. And no, I'm not talking about me just to accomplish this for me. This is about goals that I want to do to help others. I want to do donations and giveaways and etc. like that. So I want to go over those things that I would like, to tell y'all what I want to do, what I want to accomplish to help others with this channel, with my platform. I want to use my platform to do other things, man, to help these, to help kids, to help, anybody in general. Because I'm just that type of person that I want to do stuff. And I've been wanting to have a show on here with my subscribers and just put a video out there so anybody who might be new to the channel will know what I'm trying to do as a YouTuber. And the reason why I made this platform from the beginning was to be a YouTuber and actually talk about the Saints football, because I already knew I know football, and I'm gonna tell you the facts and stuff more than what you'll be watching on the ESPN and stuff like that. But I also told everybody before that I started this platform as well because I wanted to be a YouTuber that can give back to people and help those people, man. Like I said, I want to use my platform in a different way than other YouTubers use their platforms. So today we're gonna go over some of those things, man, and we're gonna discuss those. And I'll also have a few videos for y'all to watch today, that kind of explains on what I'm trying to do. And some of those are Make-A-Wish videos. So we're going to definitely get into that and talk about what I want to try to do with the Make-A-Wish and stuff like that. But before I get into the whole topic and tell y'all everything and get into the details of what I want to accomplish with this channel, I also want to give a special shout out to all of y'all, man, because if it wasn't for y'all being here, Hoodie Jube would be nobody. And yeah, as you can say, I work hard. I go live a lot, I go live for a long period of time, I've got a really great show, but guess what? The show is not here without y'all. If it wasn't for y'all being here, supporting my channel and, passing it on to everybody else and telling everybody about my channel, if it wasn't for a guy like Big Q and a guy like Eric from B&G Breakdown and a guy like TJ, if it wasn't for these people like those to give me shout outs and to tell y'all about me, y'all wouldn't know who Hoodie Jube would be. So I appreciate every single one of those that do that. And also, I do want to give a shout out to the people like the No Bros, Tier the Legend inside of L, man. They come on the show to discuss stuff with us, man. And I know they trying to accomplish a lot of things too. So, like I said, it takes all of us, right, to make a platform. It's not just one person that's going to easily make the platform by themselves. It takes everybody to do that. So that's why I wanted everybody, hopefully everybody would tune in soon and attend tonight, man, because I really want to go over everything with everybody, and hopefully everybody is listening. And if you do miss this live podcast, hopefully you be looking at it now, after it's after the podcast is over, man. But let's give a shout out to everybody. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in here so far, man. We got young little Drew Breeze in here, man. Who that to you over here? We got Miss Megan, Go Hawks, and who that to you? We got JT, who that to you? Blessings, man. Blessings to you, JT. We got little Michael in here. Who that to you? We got Jerry, the old freaking G. Who that to you? We got Master Up Podcast. Who that to you, my man? What else we got up in here? We got Big Daddy Jube. Who that to you? Who else we got up in here? Anybody else? Yeah, we got Timothy McBride. Who that to you? We got Rose City in the building. Who that to you? So, just want to, give a shout out to everybody, man, in the chat. And if y'all pop in later, I'm going to still shout y'all if I see y'all comments in the channel. Definitely give y'all a shout out, man. I see my boy King Nep in the building. Who that to you, King Nep, man? So who that to everybody that's rolling on in here, man. Like I said, we're going to get this thing underway, if I can explain to y'all and tell everybody what I want to do on my channel. All right, so like I said, I definitely want to do donations, want to do giveaways and stuff like that, but there's definitely many more things. So like, just to tell y'all, a few things that I wanted to accomplish on the channel, it already happened, and those was starting with giveaways, right? And those giveaways started with NFL tickets. Well, last year when I first started my channel, it succeeded, right? We went to the Saints game. We went to all the home games last year. I got different subscribers with me to all the home games. Besides one of them, I went by myself because at the end of the year, nobody can go to that last game, which was against the Panthers. So just to tell everybody, that was one thing I wanted to do, was to give tickets and be able to go with subscribers and bring people to the games who maybe can't afford them, right? Or people who never just been to the game. They was just never able to go to a game and now they want to go to one. And that's what I wanted to do on my channel, was to give back to people. So one of them was NFL ticket giveaways. We have accomplished that, and that's the channel. We're going to keep doing giveaways for NFL tickets as the channel keeps growing. We're going to keep doing it. And I can't wait to do it this year. And hopefully to see some familiar faces and new faces with me at the games this year. So who that on that giveaway, man. I love those giveaways with the tickets for sure. Now, the next one was money giveaways, just to give out money, man, because for y'all being in here, giving me your time and showing, the love to the channel and helping the channel grow, I felt like if we did some money giveaways, that would help out some people, because some people, in the world we're living in right now, everything's expensive, man. Everybody needs money to survive. So I feel like doing money giveaways on the channel, throughout the channel, will help out our, subscribers, help out my community, and help everyone out by helping out, by giving money giveaways and stuff like that. And guess what? We can check that off. Check that off the bucket list, man, because we did accomplish that so far, doing money giveaways, and yes, NFL ticket giveaways. Another thing I wanted to do was to give jersey giveaways, man, because not everybody can afford to buy a jersey. Not everybody in the world is rich. Not everybody got all the money. Some people work paycheck to paycheck and can't afford things, like some people can. So I figured, why can I not give back to people by doing jersey giveaways, man? So I started doing jersey giveaways on my channels, and we can check that off the list, man. And congrats to Derek L. and Mr. Keller, who's going to be getting their jersey soon. So I'm waiting on my man Elite Goods and them who I'm getting the jersey from to message me back, email me back, and let me know when I can pay them. And whenever the jersey comes in, we're going to get them shipped towards y'all. So congratulations to the jersey winners so far. Oh, and by the way, we still got one more jersey giveaway, but I'm waiting for the first thing, the jerseys that I'm doing first, to come in and get those and make sure those were shipped right to the right places before I do my next one. And the next one that we're going to be doing is the Jarvis Landry. Because don't forget, I did tell y'all Jarvis Landry came home. We're going to do a jersey giveaway for that, but we didn't pick a winner yet. So we will do that, pretty soon. Probably in the next month or two, we should be able to do that jersey giveaway, because we should have the jerseys to Mr. Derek L, and we should have the jersey to Mr. Keller. So who that on that one? Check it off, man. Check off to those giveaways we did. And trust me, there's many more type of giveaways that I want to do. And one of the other giveaways is on the thumbnail, man. I would love to, whenever I got the money rolling in through the channel, I would love to help out and do some houses giveaways. I would love to do car giveaways for people who are struggling. They got people that I know that I work with at my job that don't have a vehicle and have to walk to work. It would be a blessing in the sky to be making money, some serious money coming in through YouTube, and I can take that money and bless a guy with a car. It don't have to be brand new. It can be something used just for them that works, that will get them to, to get them to A to B, you get them from A to B, and that's it. Go to work, go home, go to work. And I would love to be able to bless somebody with that, man. I really, really do. So that's another giveaway, is a car. Houses, as I just mentioned, will be something that I would love to give back and do giveaways for, man. Because if y'all do not know, I know most of our Saints fans normally know, but if you are a Saints fan and you've never been to Louisiana, never lived in Louisiana, man, this is like one of the worst areas, out here, that always gets hit and destroyed out here by hurricanes and tornadoes. It's like some of the baddest areas you can be in, because it just sucks, man, because we're always going to have hurricane season every year. There's always going to be tornadoes out here, whenever we got bad storms and stuff like that. Houses getting destroyed, man. So with the channel, whenever we start making that money, man, whenever this channel grows, we can actually be able to give back. We can be able to help rebuild some homes to people. We can actually maybe build some homes and do a giveaway to those people who lost their homes. And they don't have to pay a dime, man. All they would have to pay for is just their insurance and stuff like that. But the house will be paid for. They won't have to worry about that. And I would love to do that for my community, man. Like I said, I am definitely one of those people that love giving back and love helping others succeed. And I love putting smiles on people's faces. That's my number one thing to do, is to put smiles on people's faces. So just to let everybody else know, another, giveaway that I want to do, I guess you can count this as a giveaway / donation, right? You can also, I guess you can count it as a donation / giveaway, okay? And the reason why I'm saying this is donation / giveaway is because it's basically I'm giving them stuff, but it's also donating it too. And basically that it's on the thumbnail as well, man. It's these high schools out here, middle schools, just stuff like that, man, that don't really have a big population in the area, and nobody really attends to school, and, they don't have good football teams and stuff, just because they're playing on grass, man. The team and everybody, even the fans, are sitting in their own chairs that they got to bring to the games, or sitting in the benches. It's just not a really good area. And the high school don't really have that good money. They kind of poverty at the high schools. I would love to give back to those high schools and make everything competitive around here, man. Make it all fun to watch. Make people want to attend that school again. Make somebody want to go because they got a new stadium to play in, man. New equipment to use out there. I would love to do something like that. Give them turf to play on. I think it'll be so much fun to be able to do that and to see the smiles on people's faces. The coaches, the schools, the players getting new equipment for them. New stadium, like I said, turf on the floor, man. I'm telling you, it would be so much fun to be able to do stuff like that. And I know we can do that, like I said. And how are we gonna do stuff like that, man? With the help of everybody that is here today, everybody who's watching. Even if you're not here right now, if you're watching it later after I went offline, you'll be there as well. You know what I'm saying? It takes all of us. It doesn't just take me. It takes all of us to make an impact on this world and make an impact on what we can do, and to be able to give back and to be able to do donations and stuff like that. So that's another giveaway / donation I would like to accomplish on my show. Another one that I really love, and I love watching these videos, and we're gonna watch a few of these videos today to basically explain what type of thing I want to do on the channel, and that is make a wish, man. All these kids, young kids up to the teenagers, fighting these, I guess you can say, they fighting all these needs, man, all these abilities that their body can't handle, man, like cancer, brain tumors, might have born with a smaller heart, or any type of thing that they have, any disability that they might have and that they were born with, man. It's so good and so nice to just be able to wish them and to grant their wish, make their wish come true. Like if you ask these kids and say, what is one thing like that you wish you could do right now? Like what is that one wish, like before you pass away, what is that one wish you would like to do? I know they got some kids out there that are fighting stuff that would say, I would love to go to a Saints football game before I pass away. I would love to attend a game like that. Or I would love to meet Jameis Winston. Or I would love to meet Alvin Kamara, my favorite player. Or the Mario Davis, And I know this channel, and I know every single one of y'all that are watching, we can make that happen. To be honest, we can grant those wishes this season. If we can find those kids that are fighting for their lives right now, and all they want to do as a wish is to attend a Saints game, I can make that happen, y'all. We can make that happen. Not just me. We, as a community, this channel can do that. I'm telling y'all, Make a Wish Foundation touches my heart, man. And those, or these videos that I'm about to show you in a little bit, those Make a Wish videos, man, they touch my heart. Yes, I tear up every time I watch them, but it's not like I'm crying, tearing, like sad. It's cheer for joy because you see a kid smiling, forgetting that they are even sick. Just know that they sick and they smiling. You don't even seem like they was affected. You wouldn't look at them and be like, I don't think nothing was. It don't seem like nothing's wrong with that kid, but he is. He's got something wrong with him, or she got something wrong with him. But you don't see it in them because they having so much fun and they having the joy of their life because they doing what they wish to do. Their one thing that they dreaming to do. And I know we can do that this year. I know there's kids out there that will make their day, have a smile on their faces, that they get to attend a Saints game because they've never been. And they big Saints fans. So share this channel out, man. If y'all know anybody that all they want to do is go see a Saints game live, send them my way because I would love to make their day. And yes, I would like to help grant Make a Wish. Like I would love to get in touch with Make a Wish Foundation and help them, do stuff like that. But also, I would like to start my own Make a Wish, which is my own channel, y'all. My own channel, my own subs that are in here. I would love to hear from y'all. and y'all let me know what is one wish that you would love to have, and whatever wish that y'all want, I would love to give back to you. And yes, it don't have to be the kids, fighting anything. It could just be any normal kid. It could be any normal adult. It could be Mr. Jared, the OG in the building, man. Shout out to Jared, the OG, man, for being here since day one, by the way. You, man, what is your wish, man? What is your one big wish that you wish can happen? And I know this is funny, and it might sound funny to me, um, but when people ask me, man, what is your dream? You know what my dream is? Is to blow this channel up. To have thousands, millions of dollars coming in to where I can do videos like Make-A-Wish and to put smiles on these kids' faces. That is my dream. I'm a person that loves to give back. I'm a caring person, man. I'm going to do whatever I can to help you and help put smiles on people's faces. I'm telling you, I would love to do that. And I see Miss Megan in the chat. She just posted. She said, "My wish is to meet Coach Carroll, Pete Carroll." And I know you would love to do that. And guess what? Hopefully your dream comes true when you go see him in October, right? When you see the game. But if you can't meet him in person, maybe when the channel does grow and it gets bigger, maybe I can find a way to get in touch with a guy like that to grant your wish, right? That's what I want to do. I would love to help people. And also, I see little Michael, man. Who that to you, Michael, man? Glad to see you in chat. He said, "I had autism, so I know how it feels." Hey, man. Sorry that you had autism, man. But guess what, Michael? You're a special young man. You know your sports. You love it. And, the crazy part, some kids got autism, right? Some people got just different disabilities. But some of these people don't even show it. And you don't even know if they have it. And that is, it's a blessing, man, to know that Michael right here, man, one of my fans has autism, man. And Michael, we're gonna have to bring you to a game this year or something like that. We gotta get together with Michael, man, get you to a game, man, get you and your family. And I know you would love to go to a Saints game one day, my man. So we definitely gotta make wishes, man, to everybody. And just to tell everybody, Make-A-Wish is probably one of my favorites. If not my favorite thing to watch. It's just, like I said, it just cheers you up watching them, right? It just cheers you up. And the reason why it cheers you up is because, like I told you, you watching these little kids fighting for their lives right now. Smiling and having the greatest day of their life. The greatest day of your life, you're doing it. And you're doing what you love. If it's meeting John Cena, who's your favorite wrestler, or if it's meeting DeMario Davis, your favorite football player or baseball player. So, and it's so nice to be able to grant that wish to a kid that's fighting for their life, because you never know when their last second, and their last breath is going to be on this earth, man. So me, as my channel is growing, I would love to grant wishes to those kids, but not only to those kids and to other people. I would love to do it to my subs as well. Whatever that your big wish, if you had that one wish, what would it be? And let's see if we can accomplish those wishes for my subs and also for the kids with Make-A-Wish, and all that. Let's try to make people's wishes come true on this channel. Because, yes, my number one thing on this channel is Saints football, and that's what we talk about. But number two, which I kind of like as my number one once the channel does blow up, I want to be those people that can grant a wish. I want to grant those wishes, make those dreams come true, help others, man. I want to make an impact on this world, and I know we can. And it all starts with us. It starts with y'all. It starts with me. All of us, we can accomplish everything, y'all. And since I was speaking of, Make-A-Wish, I wanted to get the video started and show y'all a few of these Make-A-Wish videos that I love. Man, one of them, the first one up, is no other than the Saints, man. Drew Brees blessed this kid's heart a few years ago when, a few years back, probably like 10 years ago, he busted this young man's heart who was fighting for his life. And I'm telling you, you might tear up a little bit, but I'm telling you, it was so fun to watch. We're going to watch a few of these. Another one we got is, and also, congrats to John Cena on making 20 years in the wrestling industry today, man. 20 years since he started his career. And look at the impact. And just to let y'all know, John Cena probably granted over 500 to 600 Make-A-Wish to kids. I want to pass him up and do that one day. Grant all the wishes that I can do. I would love to do that as well. But let's get this thing started, man. Let me share my screen. Let me share it with y'all. I want y'all to watch this, man. By the way, I'm also gonna put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to hop on after the videos, man. And no, we're not talking any football today. I'm sorry about that. We're gonna talk about it later tonight when we do another live stream later tonight. Right now, it's basically just focusing on the channel and what I want to accomplish. And if anybody has any ideas or anybody would like to come on and share their thoughts on the stuff that we're talking about today about, giving back, and, if anybody's got a wish that they would love to have and like to tell me their wish and I can help you with that, come on here and tell me, man, and just tell me what you think about the channel so far. Tell me if you got any ideas or what you think we can do to improve. Let me know. But what we're going to do now is watch these few videos, and once we watch that, we'll bring some people on. And like I said, we're not going to talk no football today. We're just going to talk about the channel and talk about what can we do to improve and to accomplish and to be able to grant some of these wishes and stuff like that, and be able to reach more goals on the channels as doing more giveaways, more donations, and stuff like that. But with that being said, let's get these videos on the way. First one up is the New Orleans Saints. Jube Breeze just to grant this young little boy named Devin, man. Shout out to my wish, Make-A-Wish America, man. This is their channel, so it's definitely theirs. I'm not copywriting. If they do think I'm copywriting, I just want to show them the idea of what I'm trying to do, and no other video to use than the New Orleans Saints themselves, right? So let's get this thing rolling, y'all.
Welcome back to SportsCenter. I'm Chris Connolly, and in conjunction with the Make-A-Wish Foundation and with the support of Disney, we're continuing with our My Wish series, making sports wishes come true for 5 children with life-threatening illnesses. Across Louisiana, the success of the New Orleans Saints has brought hope and optimism to the region laid waste by Hurricane Katrina. One 5-year-old fan discovered his favorite Saints player wanted to bring him closer to the team he loves. Just across the water from the city of New Orleans, in the North Shore town of Mandeville, Louisiana, Devin Muller is a rough-and-tumble 5-year-old who loves football and knows his Saints by heart. Who is number 25?
Reggie Bush.
Who is number 26?
Deuce McAllister.
Who's number 10?
Jimmy Martin.
And who is number 9?
Jury.
1, 2, 3.
Devin also enjoys his time on the T-ball field. Whether he's hitting, or scoring, or trying to field, Devin gives his best. Yet the doctors say this is one of the few team sports Devin will ever be allowed to play.
He knows he can never play football, and that's like the greatest thing for him, to play football. But if you ask him, why you can't play football, and he'll tell you because he has a heart.
Devin was just hours old when his parents were told that their baby had hypoplastic left heart syndrome. Devin had been born with little more than half a heart. He was taken by helicopter to a clinic in New Orleans.
You had just 2 hours earlier carried him out and everything was fine. Big, beautiful, healthy baby. And then all of a sudden it's like, you just don't know.
He's off in a helicopter. You don't know if you're the next time you see him, if he's gonna be alive, if he's gonna be breathing, if he even knew you loved him. You want to switch places with him. And you want to take his space and say, no, this shouldn't be happening to him. You can take me.
To survive, Bev and Dan were told that Devin would need 3 heart surgeries in the first few years of his life. The first one took place just a week after his birth. With Devin in an incubator, his parents could only hold his hand. What was that like when you could hold just a tiny bit of him?
No, it was pretty special, because that's a part of you, so you actually holding on with it, that's the way I looked at it. Was I'm fighting with you, when we going through this together. It's pretty tough.
Weeks later, the Mullers could cuddle Devin at last and bring him home. Now that Devin is 5, it's clear the 3 surgeries were successful. But in order to protect Devin's repaired heart, the game he loves is off limits.
He's still pretty hell-bent that he wants to play football, and he'll come inside and say, I know what I can do. I can be the kicker. They don't tackle. They don't, And it's like, yeah, okay, well, we'll think about it.
And it's heartbreaking to know that this is his one dream, and as of right now, he'll never be able to accomplish that.
Yet his favorite team has other ideas, as Devin and his family are about to learn from the Saints mascot Gumbo and cheerleaders Tori and Brittany.
It says, Devin, I'm excited and honored to invite you to be my guest and make your wish come true at the New Orleans Saints mini camp tomorrow. I'm anxious to meet you and enjoy a day we will all remember for a long, long time. Hoodie, your friend, number 9, Drew Brees.
The next day, a limousine takes Devin and his family to minicamp. Once he arrives at Saints camp, his favorite player is eager to meet Devin, Drew Brees.
Where's Devin? What's up, buddy? How you doing? I'm Drew. Nice to meet you.
Devin is still a shy 5-year-old, holding his dad's and his big brother Daniel's hands as Drew Brees takes him through the locker room and into a team meeting run by head coach Sean Payton.
I've got a special guest we want to introduce today and welcome on behalf of the Saints family. His name is Devin Muller. All right, where you at, Devin? He's right here, front row and center. He's
After the meeting breaks up, his brother gives Coach Payton a scouting report on his little brother Devin.
Devin likes to be quarterback, and he has a cannonball arm.
He's got a cannonball arm. I tell you what, it'd be nice to see a cannonball arm around here. We haven't had one in a while. And watch what it does.
Devin and Drew Brees break down film of Reggie Bush's memorable flip against the Bears.
Who's that? Who's number 25?
Red.
What you about to do? Oh, all right. Yeah, you got to rewind that one.
You gonna show him that cannon of it all?
That's right.
Devin heads for the practice field to warm up that cannonball arm. And almost before he knows it, the boy with the remade heart is firing the ball to his idol, Drew Brees.
Hey, I tell you what now, that's pretty good. Let me get some. Good job. Good job. Great job.
He gets a VIP tour of the indoor practice facility and then heads to owner Tom Benson's private deck for a view of practice. He gets his autograph just moments later, along with one of Devin's favorite players, Reggie Bush.
You recognize this guy? You saw him on the tape, remember? He was scoring the touchdowns. Tell him about how you were pausing it. You were fast forwarding and rewinding and pausing it when he was doing that flipping in the end zone, weren't you?
Saw that? You saw the flip?
Yeah, he saw the flip.
You need a pair of gloves.
Look at those gloves.
In the locker room, Devin's getting some Saints treasures.
Those my special guys. There you go, buddy.
Best of all,
Whoa.
a signed cleat from the starting quarterback.
All right, Devin, here you go, buddy. You got it?
He gave me his sweet.
Drew Brees' endlessly cheerful attitude has broken through Devin's shyness.
Hey, on Madden 07, guess who it has? Drew Brees. None of Daniel's.
Now suddenly, it's Devin doing the talking. A lot of talking. like about the time he once scored against his big brother.
all his players and I made a touchdown.
You made a touchdown? Nice.
Give him a hug.
The affection Drew Brees has brought Devin
Big hug. Big hug.
is as unmistakable as the warmth of their goodbye.
You can come back anytime. You got that? Huh? We'll take care of you. I'll take care of you.
Devin has truly enjoyed his special day, a day when his hero turned out to be his friend. After each of his 3 heart surgeries,
Alrighty, everybody, man. I love it. I just love it. And you gotta love that one, with the Drew Brees, man. Drew Brees is one of the greatest one of, probably from New Orleans, man, to actually, be able to grant a wish, and to be able to do stuff like that. So, it always touches my heart to look at the videos like those, just because I know that I can do the same thing. I can make the same impact, Yeah, I might not be those kids, wish, I might not be somebody wish to meet before they ever pass away. I might not be that wish. But one of their wishes might be to, like I said, to attend a game. And I know I can make that happen, right? So I know we can do a lot of things and accomplish a lot of things on here, man. I love that video. And like I said, I'm going to play like maybe 1 or 2 more quick videos just to show y'all some more Make-A-Wish, One of them is no other than Mr. John Cena, man. It's a really great one, too, to watch. And another one that I want to show y'all, too. So it's going to be 2 of them by John Cena. One, him meeting, basically doing the Make-A-Wish. And another one is him actually giving a special girl a shout-out and everything before. It was not before. It was after the wrestling show went off in front of thousands and thousands of people. And I think having an impact like that, I think we can do that one day where we can get this channel big enough to where we can bring those kids like that and make their days and bring them in front of thousands of people inside that dome cheering their name or, making chants and cheering for them because, they fighting through that stuff and they the strong one that's beating the cancer or beating, anything that they're going through. And I think that would bless their hearts. So we got 2 of those videos. One, John Cena doing a Make-A-Wish, meeting the guy. And then the last one I want to show y'all is just the impact of him doing this in front of thousands of people at a show, after a show went off air, and getting them to chant for the little kid and stuff like that. I'm telling y'all going to love it. So let me share my screen once more, and we'll play those videos real quick, right? And then after that, we'll bring everybody on one by one. And we'll definitely talk it up over here. That's another one, y'all, that I really love, man. I love it. But like I said, this is going to be the final one. I'm going to show y'all. There's many more. I might show a little bit more of them later after we get some other people on here and talk to them and ask them about what they think of all this, the giveaways, donations, what can we do to improve the channel and stuff. But let's watch this last one over here, man. And this is the one I was telling y'all about where John Cena, after the show, does this, basically gives this kid the shout out after the show. And they got thousands of people in that arena, cheering for that kid. And it makes me tear up because just to hear thousands of people chant for a little kid that's fighting through and fighting for their life, man, it's a blessing to see something like that. And it makes me tear up because you get to see a smile on that kid's face and a smile on the family. So let's watch the last one.
We got a special fighter in the house. We have a young lady who is 7 years old, and she just got some amazing news. She has been fighting quite a tough battle, and I'm proud to announce that she won. On behalf of Sting, myself, and every person behind that screen, we sincerely want to thank you for being our guest tonight, for being an inspiration to not only us in the ring, but every single person outside the ring and around the world. "7 years old, and I am proud to say you have beat the battle against cancer. Congratulations." I've been waiting to come over and say hello all night. Who you guys got with you? Is your family? Thank you very much.
Hey, I gotta give you something.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I got a little something for you. So this is the one that I hit the giant with right here. Yeah, but that's for you, sweetheart. What's your name? Tiara. Tiara? Yeah. All right. This is awesome. Isn't that awesome?
You damn right what they just said. You damn right. That was awesome. Come on, y'all. I'm tearing up already, man. Like I'm telling y'all, man, this it touches my heart because I know we can make an impact just like this, y'all. We definitely can make an impact just like this, man. And all I gotta say is it starts with all of us. All we gotta do is share these videos, share this out with everybody, get everybody on board, get everybody, man, talk about football and everything. And eventually we're gonna keep doing more giveaways, more donations, and we're gonna be blessing hearts like this. But like I said, man, I got the link in the chat. Anybody that wants to come on and talk it up, man, I would love to hear from you. I see my man Carlos, man. How you doing, Carlos? This is Uneducated Sports Talk, man. You got a few minutes, man. I'd like to hear from you, man. And, you know, hear your thoughts on everything. And by the way, no football talk right now. We're gonna talk football later tonight. I'm gonna open up another show later, so we can talk football later with everybody. But right now, I just want to talk about giveaways, donations. What can we do? And if anybody got any stories they'd like to say, you know, and tell, they're more than welcome. They can let me know their thoughts on this, and let me know if there's any, you know, ideas that what we can do to improve the channel to be able to do stuff like this. So with that being said, let's bring somebody on. We got one person. We got a few people in the back waiting to hop on now. Was one person, now we got a few other people. So let's bring them on. And the first person we're gonna bring on is a very famous person out there, a very popular singer, my brother T.I. You can have whatever you like. All you gotta do is subscribe to Hoodie Jube. Yeah. Let's bring him on. What's up?
What's going on, Hoodie? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Man, this basically this video, man. I'm glad everybody, you know, we still got a bunch of people in here attending, man. So who that to everybody that's in here, man. But basically, I wanted to have a show. Basically, remember I was telling you, I just wanted to discuss it all, tell everybody about, you know, what the channel is, what we're trying to accomplish on here, you know, with the donations, giveaways, and some show knows better than anybody in here. This man sat here for a whole 3.5 hours after we went live one night and literally just talked about it, showed him these same videos and showed him what I wanted to accomplish, and he sat down and thought. So I mean, what is your thoughts? You know, so what do you think? You know, what we're trying to accomplish here, and maybe you have any ideas or maybe a story that you know, maybe witnessed before.
Well, first of all, shout out to everybody in the chat. To be honest, keep doing your thing, Hoodie. You're doing a great job with your, you know, your platform. And this, everybody get to see my ugly little face now because of you, Hoodie. So you're an inspiration to me. So, you know, just keep doing your thing, bro.
Definitely. And no, it's not an ugly face if you're a famous face, man. Come on, T.I. You can't be saying that. You're famous. Come on, you're famous, man. But yeah, it's definitely, you know me, I'm gonna keep pushing and we're gonna keep fighting and getting there. You know, we're gonna get there eventually. But it's also slow. And that's why I said with the NFL tickets, giveaways to, you know, jersey giveaways to money giveaways to donations to the children's hospitals and all that. That's gonna be the small start while we starting off, the channel. And as the channel grows, we can start making it bigger and bigger. But I thought about it as I was watching videos, and I said, I know in my mind, like if I had to bet money, I bet you $1 million right now. There's some kids out here that are probably fighting for their lives right now, and will probably say, my one wish is just to be able to attend a Saints game, because they just love the game of football. They love the Saints, and they would love to just be in there, in the dome, just to see how it is. And guess what? We go to those games. We do Saints tickets giveaway. So guess what? We can grant some of those kids' wishes. I bet you we can. But we got to find out who those kids are and all that. So that's why I ask for people, if y'all know anybody that might be fighting an illness, or even if they're not fighting an illness, they're just a little kid, 7, 8 year old, they aspire to play football one day, and their dream is to go to a Saints game. Hit them up, send them our way, let them know about the Hoodie Jube podcast, let them know that I would love to grant, kids' wishes. I would love to do stuff like that. So make sure y'all send them this way, man. And there's gonna be other ideas that we can do. We all gonna think of an idea eventually, man. But just make a wish. This is the number one thing I really want to try to do. Be able to do giveaways and grant people with cars. It's not gonna just be brand new. It's gonna be useful sometimes. Just something just to give them to where they don't have to walk to work. They don't have to walk everywhere. Just to bless them. That's gonna touch people's hearts, man. Be able to rebuild homes and give people new homes and stuff like that. Because us in New Orleans and living out here in Louisiana, man, it's hurricanes and tornadoes are not fun, and they are not fun to play with around here.
Right.
So to be able to do stuff like that will, I think, will touch a lot of people's hearts and stuff like that. And like I said, there's a bunch of different things, and on the thumbnail it shows basically a high school with this, a bleacher basically, out there, and then you see it says after it's got a big stadium. I would love to grant those to other high schools, middle schools, and stuff like that are, like I said, that are in poverty, and they just don't have nobody that wants to play for that school because they don't even have their own stadium. They don't have good equipment, or they don't even have turf. They play on just grass. I would love to bless those schools and be able to bring football and to be able to bring stuff back, because I notice it a lot, and some stuff you might have noticed it in small, counties, small cities, and people who don't have the biggest, fields and stuff like that. People don't want to play for, right? And when people don't have something to get their mind off of things, and nobody wants to attend that and just get their mind off everything, some things happen that you don't like seeing, because they don't have nothing to do to keep their mind, and, because they don't want to do it there, and their city's not big enough and not important enough, or, then people want to move out that city because it's just too small. I don't want my kid playing for the school, I'd rather play for a big school. And I think if we can bring stuff like that back to some of the cities around here, and eventually spread it all around the world, all around the USA, and be able to do stuff like that, that's another blessing I would love to do, and another, giveaway / donation to do on this channel. But for us to get to that self, we gotta keep growing as a family, keep growing as a community over here. And
that's
eventually,
right.
When that money starts rolling in and the channel's getting bigger and they understand what we're doing, we can actually do that and do bigger things just like that. But like I said, we're starting off slow with the smaller donations, smaller giveaways, till we can, basically get those bigger monies coming into where we can actually do bigger things just like that.
Right.
I got Miss Megan in the back as well. I heard her in the chat earlier, I read her little message, and she said her wish is to meet Pete Carroll, right? And she said hopefully she can meet him maybe once he goes to the stadium in October. Now, I did say this on myself already today. Not only do I want to grant wishes for Make-A-Wish kids, or kids who are fighting in, anything, or even if it's just a regular normal kid, I would love to grant their wish, right? But I also want to do something different that no channel I don't think ever did before. And I think we can be the first channel to ever do this. And that is just to grant wishes to our subscribers, to our community, ourselves. So if I had to ask you, what would be your number one wish? Like if you had one thing that you could ever do right now, what would be that wish? And whatever that wish is, us as a community and me, we'll do whatever we can to help you make that wish come true. And we can try to impact everybody here, Megan said she wants to be Pete Carroll. You know, I'm gonna have to become famous probably. You get a little bit and find a way to get in touch with Big Carol and meet her, you know, to grant her wish, and stuff like that. I think Jerry said if he had one wish. Let me go back up here and roll it. I'm gonna just show you some of these people that did. So I think it was Miss Megan and Jerry that posted it.
What's
So
up, Megan?
Jerry,
What up,
here we
OG?
go. There it is. Jerry said this. There's so many, but if I had one wish, my wish is like you're doing, Hoodie Jube, helping people in the community, food pantries, you know, donate some clothes to help them, just being a blessing to people. So
That would be mine, just to give back.
and you hear what his wish was, right? Just to give back to people. And
Yeah, that would be mine.
and that would be yours, right? To do that. So let's say I pick a name, you know, one day. Then let's say who's the first person of my subscriber account that we're gonna bless. Let's say it's Jerry or OG. He was the first person we picked to bless. What I would do from there, I would save some money up to grant this guy with. We'll do a donation, you know, raise money for the donation. Get people to donate, do whatever we can, like we were doing the donation for the Children's Hospital. And then guess what? Me and Mr. Jerry will meet up in person one day. We'll go buy what he wants to buy, you know, to donate. Do it, and we'll go bless people's hearts and to put that in the video. And guess what? There we go. We grant his wish, and his wish was to give back to other people and put smiles on people's faces out there. And I think that's easy. That's an easy grant to wish that we can do till we get the bigger wishes, you know, like Miss Megan over there, get to meet Pete Carroll and stuff like that. You know, like I said, we got to get bigger and, you know, you got to be more, a little more famous. Where Pete Carroll is like, you know what, I'm going to come on myself on your show. Myself, you know, I'm not a Saints fan. I'm a Seahawks coach. I'm going to come on here and talk with you and Miss Megan, you know, something like that.
Right.
Just for you can meet him and talk to him. So I think until we get to that way, we can start off with the smaller wishes like you, Jerry. So everybody in the chat, we got 11 of y'all watching. Please comment down below. What is your one wish that me, Hoodie Jube, the Who Dat Nation, and this community can do to grant your wish? Just tell us. If it's meeting John Cena or something, because that's the famous person you ever met, or meeting Drew Brees, let me know. And we're going to try to make that happen. But we already know 3 people's wishes. Y'all 2 is to give back and be able to put smiles on people's faces. Megan is Pete Carroll. So comment down below, y'all. Let me know, what is y'all wish? I really would like to know, what is y'all big wish if you had one wish? So,
Yo, Megan, tell Paul I apologize.
Tiffany said, I would like to meet AK. See, that's something that we might can accomplish this season. You know, we might run into somebody that the New Orleans Saints organization sees what we're doing on this channel, and they want to bless us with on the field passes, you know, for a game. But then maybe I can bless you, Tiffany, to come here and we can meet AK. You know, like I said, it's gonna take a little bit, but we're gonna try to grant everybody wishes, and that's why I was saying I hope everybody that is subscribed to me, all 1,200 and something of y'all, gets to watch this after I'm done with this. You know, hopefully y'all here to watch it. You know, we don't have that many of y'all watching right now, but whenever y'all do watch it and y'all are watching this, man, I can't wait to be able to grant a bunch of y'all wishes and get back to y'all, and also to children's hospitals, you know, and to Make-A-Wish Foundation and stuff like that. So like I said, put it down below. Let me know what y'all would do. I see Lil Michael said he would like to meet AK, Michael Thomas, and James. So you like to meet the whole team. So look, the way to grant that, my man, is to bring you to a game one day and hopefully get on field passes where you can meet the team. Because it sounds like you want to meet the whole Saints team. That's what it really sounds like. You want to meet the whole team. So guess what? We can do that. We can make that wish come true, man. Like I said, we definitely can do it on the channel over here. It's gonna take a little bit, but we're gonna do what we can while we can, right? And let's bring on Miss Megan next. You know, some stuff we're gonna bring her on, and then after we do that, we'll bring on my boy, little Michael. And then, you know, anybody else that has anything to say about this, you know, about the donations, giveaway, anybody got idea or whatever, click that link. You can hop on. We'll bring y'all on. So let's bring on our friend all the way from Australia. And she is the 12th man of there. And I believe, I'm looking at okay, yep. She does have her bear with her. PGAB's there. So let's bring them on. Bear and Miss Megan.
Hi, guys. Hi guys, very well. Bit teary because Make-A-Wish is something very dear to my heart. As I said in the comments, I've had 2 out of 3 godchildren who have life-threatening illnesses. My godson Noah, who I've spoken of, and his sister LJ. And they've each had a wish granted by Make-A-Wish. To give you a bit of a background for those who haven't heard me speak of them, Noah was born at 24 and a half weeks gestation due to his mother having ovarian cancer. She subsequently died 3 weeks after he was born, and he spent nearly a full year in the NICU in London. He was not expected to live. His skin was like that translucent baking paper, I should say. His father often joked that he'd sit at his bedside and watch the blood moving around his body because his skin was transparent. So he gets paroled for release from the NICU 1 week before he turned 1. A few weeks after that, it was found that he had a very rare form of kidney disease called polycystic kidney disease, which means that the rare form, there's 2 forms, there's a dominant form and a recessive form, as with genetics, and he had the rarer of the 2 forms called autosomal recessive polycystic kidney disease. 1 in 40,000 children are born with it, and of those, about 75% do not live past 6 weeks. Noah did. So he has had 3 kidney transplants. The last one was 9 years ago, and his kidneys can get to the size of a fully inflated NFL football. So you know how large they are, like that big. Now, remember, he is also very small because he's immune suppressed and on growth suppressants for his transplants. Flash forward to 2012 when Liberty Jane was adopted. She was the youngest of 32 children in a Maasai tribe in Tanzania, and her father put her up for adoption, which is very rare in the Maasai community, but she was adopted by Matthew and Casey at age 18 months. For her 3rd birthday, guess what she got? A diagnosis of leukemia the day of her 3rd birthday. She was due to have a stem cell transplant, but she had a small scratch on the back of her leg that no one noticed, and she ended up with full-blown golden staph, which caused the transplant to fail. She had another one 2 months later, and last year went into full remission. So Noah loves dinosaurs, and his wish was to go on a paleontology dig and find a bone. Now, it wasn't a dinosaur bone. I'm not telling him that. He thinks it is. That's all that counts. And Liberty Jane has her birthday the same day as the lady who was the model for Tinkerbell in the original Disney Peter Pan movie, which is a favourite of ours. So she got to meet Margaret Kerry, the lady who played Tinkerbell. So Make-A-Wish is very near and dear to my heart. We have it down here in Australia as well. So Noah had his wish granted in the UK because, his was out of Cardiff, Wales, and LJ's was out of London. We have Make-A-Wish down here, and I support it wholeheartedly. I mean, I was tearing up watching John Cena. And I know we're not talking football, but how good was it that the father of the little girl John Cena shouted out was wearing, if you noticed, was wearing this. I know we're not talking football now, but I just wanted to say that. But yeah, my dream sounds a little selfish, but I give back constantly. This is why I think I love you so much, Hoodie. I come from a long family of people who give back to the community. My great-grandfather came back from the First World War and noticed there wasn't any accommodation for veterans coming back. So he built a village of houses with him and some mates, and some money donated to him to do this. And it still stands, and he has his name on one quite proudly. My brother and I are involved in services clubs, Lions and Legacy, which is a war veterans charity that one of my best friends, her father was killed in war. And Legacy makes sure those who are left behind are looked after with accommodation, schooling, trips, etc. So that's very near to me, near and dear to me, not only because of my friend, but because we have a long line of service. So, as I said in the comments, Hoodie, I'm not sure what the Bear and I can do down here to support you, but we are behind you 100%. The Bear does not accept the apology, by the way, Slim. You are still deceased to him. We'll work on that later. But yeah, I love your heart and soul, Hoodie, because you're very similar to mine, that I have been blessed with a family that has had so much. As I've told you, we've had a business in our town for almost 100 years. We've seen war, we've seen the Depression, floods, 5 floods, bushfires, and we always give back. Our business supports sporting teams, it supports schools, it supports community endeavours, rugby teams, and so I come from a background of that. And friends of mine always say, well, don't you want to take more than you give? Well, no, because I've been so blessed. I've gone to private school. I've had the best of everything, and I am abundantly aware that not everyone is as blessed as I am. So if I can give back in some way down here, as I said, I'm not sure how I can. I mean, I'll donate money, I will do all of that quite freely. But I love, as I said, Hoodie, I love your heart that you want to do this. It's not someone's got your hand behind, twisting, you have to do this. It's like, no, I want to do this. But as I said, the Bear and I, we're not part of the Hudak Nation. I guess I put on Facebook that I'm an honorary member. But yeah, whatever you need that we can do down here. And I tell you what, if you make Pete Carroll happen.
Yeah, we can. That's your wish. So you want to subscribe? Yeah, we want to do whatever we can.
It seems a little selfish that my greatest wish is to meet the silver-headed god. But I give back. It's sort of second nature to me. I sponsor a child who's just graduated high school in Tanzania who would not have gone to school. He is on his way to become an engineer. And that's my greatest joy, is seeing that young man have an education, which I take for granted. I come from a line of teachers, 10 miles long, that kind of thing. But as I said, Make-A-Wish is very near and dear to my heart. Fortunately, the kids are now doing really well. Noah is heading towards a full internship with his dream company, the Boeing Aircraft Company in Seattle, because all he wants to do is be a aerospace engineer. And he's actually just about to turn 15 at the end of this month, and he is doing university level physics, aerospace engineering and design. I am in constant awe of him. He also has autism. As I said to Michael, anyone with autism is all right by me. And LJ has just turned 10, and she's starting her career as a dancer. And I'm so proud of them, and I'm so proud of Make-A-Wish for granting LJ, her greatest wish was to meet Tinkerbell at Disneyland, which she did, and Noah to go and use paleontology dig. So yeah, I'm getting teary thinking about it, but
it's all good.
Let them out. Let them out.
You know, just not well. I mean, Noah was brought back from death 15 times. He should have been dead 15 times over. He had a massive heart attack on an operating table. He shouldn't have survived being born as early as he was. His kidneys have failed. He spent 3/4 of his life on dialysis, which, if you know anything about dialysis,
That's
is
tough.
not
That's tough.
It's not a way to spend a life. I mean, I've had friends growing up, adults, saying how exhausted that, you know, you have one Monday on dialysis, you have Tuesday off dialysis, you just start feeling better, then it's Wednesday and you're back on dialysis. He had that for 4.5 years of his life. But this is how it could only happen to Noah. He was on dialysis, and he's looking over at this kid who's opposite him on dialysis, thinking, I know this kid. Like, something's in my brain that I know this kid. They both come off dialysis and they're walking out together. Turns out the young man that Noah thought he knew across the room in dialysis, A, had the same form of kidney disease that he did, so the 1 in 40,000 became 2 in 80,000, and they sat together in physics class at school in Wales. Like, how freaky is that? But yeah, as I said in that long-winded speech, I am throwing my support behind you from down here. As I said, I'm not sure what I can do down here to help, but even though the bear's giving Slim looks of death, which is not nice, you know, get over yourself. You know, like the bear's namesake, Paul Allen gave billions back to Seattle. Now, I don't have his billions, but he is a great hero of mine for what he gave back. He not only saved our teams, being Portland, the Trailblazers, then of course the Seahawks, but he gave back, you know, the Allen Institute for the Brain, the Gardner Center, the Hope Center. You know, I don't have his fortune to do that, but I would love to give back. So, yeah.
Definitely. And I see Timothy in the chat. He said you can also do stuff like a hurricane, after a hurricane or a tornado. You can help pick up damages from the tornadoes and stuff like that. Definitely.
Absolutely. If you keep yourself safe. Yeah. It seems so small. I know we had a huge flood here in 1991. And my brother, we were at our business. We've got big glass windows. We have a car dealership. We have big glass windows in our main showroom. And we were watching the water press against this glass, praying that it didn't break. But I remember everyone got through the flood, and there was, you know, I don't know if you've ever been in a flood, but like river mud, like the stench of mud that comes from the river with the water. We spent, my brother and I and all our workers spent days going around helping people, you know, getting on brooms and moving the mud and picking up, you know, debris and whatnot from businesses that had absolutely been wiped out. So yes, Timothy's exactly right. You don't have to spend money to make a difference. Money helps, let's face it, for what Hoodie does, for what Make-A-Wish does, for what Slim wants to do, and what OG want to do with giving back at all costs. But it doesn't have to necessarily be monetary to make a difference. So yeah, but I'm going to stop ranting now. Because
You
there are
good.
others that want to come on, but
Yeah, you good. We're gonna bring on somebody else in a second. That's a little Michael. We'll bring him on next.
yeah.
But just to tell y'all something though too. Like I think we can do a lot impact, but just to tell people, me being a server, working in the food industry, working in front of people, like customer service, having that customer and having that personality to give back and try to make you laugh and enjoy your time. I'm telling y'all, I served on a bunch of kids that had Down syndrome. I had a bunch of kids with different disabilities I served on. And I'm telling you, I told y'all the stories 1,000 of times with me telling that blind kid he rocks those sunglasses, just saying small things. For Father's Day, I had a kid with Down syndrome come eat with his family. And he was the only boy in the family, which was the funny part. He was the only boy in the family. Yeah, he was surrounded by all the girls, all his sisters, and the dad. And I looked at the dad. I said, look, I know his father's over here, but I got to ask you a serious question, sir. He's like, yeah. I said, how you let my young man over there leave him all by himself? You couldn't just have one more. I know you got like 4 or 5 of these kids, but you couldn't just have one more for my boy to have a brother? And he started laughing. He was like, well, he said, well, to be honest with you, he said he was the last one that we had. And I'm like, oh. And he got Down syndrome. And he got Down syndrome, so, I'm messing with the little boy, like talking to him and all that. And I said, you know what? I said, I know how we can solve this problem. And he was like, how? I said, how about I beat your brother? How about you tell your dad to adopt? And the dad, he started telling the dad, yeah, you need to adopt it, like messing with him, calling me his brother. And, I was fist bumping him and everything, talking to him all night. And at the end of the night, I said, hey, whenever you come back, you better ask for your brother now. I'm Alan. Remember that? I'm your brother. And then he got what he said. He said, I got a phone. Like he was trying to tell me he got a cell phone. I said, well, hey, look up Texas Roadhouse number, and I said, just call him. I'm there. Just call and ask for me, and I'll talk to you. And I made their day. The dad came and tipped me really good, talked to me, said, thank you for making my son's night, and especially making my day good, too, for Father's Day. We appreciate it. So any small thing that you can do, like if you're just walking into a restaurant to go get sat and you see a dude with Down syndrome, they always looking at you. They always, friendly. They want to look at you. Don't just look at me like, and just be that. Be like, make an impact with them, like, text them, hey, what up, man? I like your outfit or something. I'm telling you, just doing small things like that touches their heart.
My grandmother used to say, smile to people, or smile at people, because it'll make them wonder what the hell you're up to. And
that's
so
facts, yeah.
You don't, that's what I'm saying, Hoodie. You don't have to spend money. I mean, as I said, if you can, great. But a smile or a, hey, how you going? Nice to see you. Or like you did, engaging with someone with a disability. I've got a disability support organisation at the end of my street, and they have, people of all abilities, some in wheelchairs that won't say a word to you, others, like the young man with Down syndrome, will come up, see you at one end of the street and bolt towards you and tackle you with a hug, and if I see them walking down the street, I'll always say hello. I've been friends with a lot of them for a long time, but I'll go out of my way to say, if one of the girls are in their wheelchairs wearing a lovely hat or has a blanket wrapped around them, I'll say, I really like that, and their face will light up. They may not be able to speak because of their disability, but the fact that, hey, you've acknowledged me, you've paid attention to me, and we've had a conversation, even though my only response to you saying hello or like your blanket, like your hat, like your shoes, whatever, is a smile. What do you lose by doing that? By being nice, saying hello, being genuine when you say it, instead of, as you said, oh, yeah, hey, how you going? That's all it takes. And the one thing I've learned with my mental illness, as you know, I lost my dad and I've had pretty severe mental health issues, is I don't know what's happened in Slim's day before he's gotten online. I hope it's been a good one for you, Slim, but I don't know that it has been. So I don't assume anything, even though Slim's smiling and, the bear and I making a bit of fun of him, Slim could have had the worst day of his life. I don't know that. I don't assume that everything is roses with him. I hope, Slim, I honestly hope it is.
Oh, we're good. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't assume anything about you.
Right.
I don't assume. Right. And Noah said it when Robin Williams committed suicide. He said, I don't get it. He made us all laugh. Why did he do this? And my answer to him was, he was sad inside. He didn't show us because, yes, you're right, Noah loves the genie in Aladdin, which of course was one of Robin's great characters. You know, how can someone that did that, i.e. the genie, do what he ended up doing? And that's what I'm saying about you can't assume. And a lot of people said to me after Dad died, and I self-disclosed that I had been diagnosed with depression, what have you got to be depressed about? Well, gee, I don't know. I just spent 3.5 weeks watching my father die. Could that be it? You know what I mean? But that's why I'm very careful. I've been burnt with my disclosure about my mental. You know, I've had people say you've got, well, you're insane. Well, yeah, I'm friends with you. That explains a lot, is my usual response. But you don't know how much that actually hurts someone that has mental health. I would hear that and it'd be literally like this. But I was just like, and that's why I make an effort not to assume anything with anyone. If you want to talk to me about it, fantastic. If you don't, hey, no hard feelings. I know what it's like. And that's why I'm a big supporter of Are You OK Day, which is a day which is literally this. I don't know if you can see it. It's a day where you ask the question, Slim, are you okay? But you don't only ask it, you listen to an answer. You don't have to have the answer to fix Slim's problem or Hoodie's problem, because I've lost too many people to suicide, and I am not losing any more. It's why I don't know if you can see this on my wrist. Where is it? Under everything. This is a carabiner, an abseiling carabiner that I've worn since one of my best friends committed suicide.
I understand, Megan. I lost a great friend of mine to suicide too, so I understand.
Yeah, I really
understand.
That's something very dear to me that I'm unfortunately not going to be in the country for Are You OK Day this year. It's the second Thursday in September, but that's another thing I support. And just being an ear, like you were, Hoodie. You know, you joke, hey, God, you're outnumbered by the girls, guys. What's going on? You know, you can make a joke about it, but also just being that ear, you know, like John Cena. I mean, how beautiful. I'm not a wrestling fan. I like John Cena as an actor. He's absolutely hysterical in a lot of his movies. But to shout out that little girl in front of all those people, to see her face go, oh, hang on, he's talking about what? And then to have the crowd cheering. I've seen that happen in Seattle. Coach Carroll has called out a young fellow who had, I think, brain tumor or something, and 78,000 12s were screaming this kid's name. So, you know, but yeah, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to do much. You just have to show you care. And I think Hoodie is showing that so many times over. And as I said, Hoodie, you let us know what we can do down here. If anything, I'm not saying we could do much, but yeah, you absolutely let us know what we can do. And the Bear and I are there 100%. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, with the donating the money and stuff, you know, we can do that and, you know, be able to do different donations, giveaways, stuff like that. But all I really need from people is just y'all support, you know, just be here.
Well, the Bear and I, you know, from, as I said, I was rewatching that first video we did with you did with Brandon that I jumped in on. And, you know, that was only in March of this year. And from then on, you absolutely... You've got it 110%.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, but anyway, I do have to get going. It's 10:30, and I really the fact I'm dressed ish is remarkable. But yeah, so yeah, just let us know, Hoodie, and yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you have a great day.
You too. Are you on later?
Yeah, we're gonna go probably live later tonight. Probably in about 2 or 3 hours, we'll go live again on football. But right now, we're still, you know, gonna have the show. Bring little Michael on, talk to him.
Yeah, no, bring Michael on, and hopefully see you later. And Slim, I'll get the Bear over his mood. I hope.
All right, Megan.
All right, guys. Take care.
See you, Megan.
All right, Megan.
Alrighty. So let's bring on my boy Michael over here. How you doing, Michael?
Hello.
So, Mike.
I'm doing good. But yeah, a lot of people don't know this about me. I do have autism. Does it suck? Yes. But autism, the autism, I learned to like embrace it as like an ability, because do I get made fun of it from time to time? Yes. There's this one kid. He was like, he's like a big kid, and he was in my grade last year, and he was making fun of my autism, right? But the funny part is, I went to the next grade, and I don't think he did, because the teacher said that one kid was failed from sleeping, and he was sleeping in class every day, so I think it was probably him. But yeah, like autism, I learned to embrace it as an ability, because 20 years ago, my grandma, who just died a few weeks ago, my grandma 20 years ago was she suffered a massive stroke 20 years ago. So she was, the doctor said, obviously I wasn't around at that time, but, my mom was telling me, but, so the doctor said 20 years ago she wasn't going to make it, so go say her goodbyes, or go say your goodbyes. And 20 years later, she was able to still be here. And then obviously a few weeks ago, like the start of the month, she ended up. But yeah, basically what I'm saying, to those of you who may be watching this stream, or to those of you, thank you, Philly. But yeah, for those of you watching the stream, or for those of you who might be future watchers, if you are watching this at any point, I don't care if you're watching this 10 years from now, if this video is still up. Just know that if you have like a disability, don't think of it like a disability. I don't care if you only have one arm and one leg. Just basically say that it's just a different ability. Because I learned to embrace it. You should too. Just because you have autism, or just because you have Down syndrome, just because you have any disability, just embrace it as an ability. Because that's what I do, and because sometimes I do weird stuff, but that's because I'm a lot different than other people. So people who like to make fun of people for stuff that they don't really know what's going on, please stop, because you never know what someone's going through. And the people who are getting made fun of, just embrace the thing that you have, man, because one day that thing that you have could eventually just be, it could just basically just make it a feature of yourself, because not everyone's perfect, and I know that, but just embrace it. All right, that's basically what I'm telling you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well said, dude.
Yep.
Oh, well said.
Mm-hmm.
Well said, because not everybody's perfect. Everybody's got a different thing, but like the right said it, if anybody knows Mr. The Right, one of our subscribers, man, big supporter. He said it on my podcast before on a Motivational Monday show. His daughter and his wife both fought cancer before. His daughter's doing chemo treatment and all that right now, but he literally said that they don't look at it as, oh great, we're gonna die. Great, I gotta fight through this. No, they look at it as just another fun obstacle to go through, and just to beat it, and just to make themselves even stronger than what they are right now. So, like you said, to take that disability you have and make it an ability for you, and make it a little superpower, and say, oh, I got this power now because I got this,
Because when I figured out that I got autism, I knew, I don't remember when I figured it out, but, my bigger sister also has autism, so we both, just began to, embrace it as a feature, where you see, Batman, Superman, where they have powers. We basically just embrace it it's our own super abilities, our own superpowers, stuff like that. Because not everyone's the same. Those people who like to make fun of people just because they're not like you, stop it, man, because not everyone's the same, God has a plan, He makes you, God forms you what you are going to be. He could form you into, like if you're a good person, then like I believe in karma, and if you make fun of somebody, karma will bite you. So man, like don't make fun of people, man. Cause I've had, from pre-K to 7th grade, and I'm going to 8th grade, so I've had some bullies from time to time, and some people let them stop you. Don't let that stop you, man. Like, yes, it's hard getting bullied, but there's always one thing that you have and they don't. You actually have like a kind heart. So karma will, good karma will end its way in your life. Bad karma will end up getting the other person. Because the other person that was making fun of me for autism, he ain't even going to 8th grade. But I am. Karma.
Definitely, Michael, man, you made a good point. You know, you always just gotta be nice, always be positive. You know, like you know what I'm saying. If anybody's got a different disability, don't make fun of them. You know, just help them out, be friends with them, help them get through what they fight. You know, be a supporter,
Exactly.
don't be a hater and all that. Be a supporter, be a helper, and that's why I love doing this as a YouTuber. I be able to give back to people, and people don't know me like that, but everybody can look at me and be like, oh damn, he does these giveaways, he has him a nice room, he's got a good channel growing. He seems like he's got his life together, he's doing great. No, I'm not the richest person. I don't even have that much money. I'm living, paycheck by paycheck. But I still give back, even though I might not have the money to really do it. I still give back because if you give back, God will give back eventually, and people will give back to you, and eventually it's gonna help you in the future. So that's why I always give back. So whenever somebody gives me something, I'll do the same and give back to the next person. So
Because I know it's
keep it
good
going.
when you are, like, I know it's good. I know you feel good that you're receiving something, but it feels even more better when you're giving away something, because just knowing that smile on the face and knowing that you made a person's day, whether that person may be blind, normal, deaf, maybe, like I said this again, people are not all the same, like my grandma, 20 years ago, now I want y'all to think about this, 20 years ago, alright, in the year 2002, she suffered a stroke and the doctor said she was going to die. 20 years later, it finally happened. So 20 years ago today, no, I don't know if it's today, but 20 years ago, she was supposed to be done. But 20 years ago, and then 20 years pass, and then that's when it happens. So life is unpredictable. Like, for example, anybody watching the stream, you could be here right now, but in a few days from now, you might not be here. So just take life and appreciate it, man. Because I know sometimes you want to say stuff that you don't want to say, like, oh, I hate you, man. Oh, I hate life. Well, I can be honest. I've done that in the past. I have. And I didn't like it, but I did that in the past. I will admit that. But what I'm saying from my perspective, please don't, because you will regret it. Because not a day goes by that I don't regret saying those stuff. So please, like, just be a man, be a woman, whatever you do. Like, be a kid. I don't care. Like, I don't care if you're 5 years old, 12 years old. I don't care. You just embrace whatever you have and just be nicer to people, because you never, like, that person that you're being mean to can die in like 2 minutes. Like, you'd never know what someone's going through. Like, when I like the bullies that bullied me, I was going through a hard time. So yeah. Hi, Brooklyn. That's my younger sister, if you care. But yeah, so yeah, just don't be mean to people, because the people that be mean to you, yeah, karma's gonna bite them big time. Like it may have, like, that karma may bite them 10 years, 2 minutes, 10 or 30 years. Karma will get that. Okay. So yeah, basically, be nice, because you never know what someone's going through. Like, the people that commit suicide, they wouldn't commit suicide if it wasn't for people, man. Because some people cause deaths. Some people cause people to want to commit suicide because they don't know, because they don't have a heart, Like, the heart that's in their body, they have a heart, but they're not showing it, man. So like, I got bullied like 20 times last year, but I did not let that stop me. I stood up for myself, and I know you can do that too. Like, whether you're a teenager, whether you're 2 years old, whether you're 30 years old, if someone messes with you, just stand up for yourself, like I did, man. Because one day, that person that's messing with you, karma will bite them big time. It may not, I'm not saying something, like, there's two versions of karma, right? There's good karma and there's bad karma. People don't know this, but good karma does come around often. But bad karma, it can still get you, man. Like, if you be mean to somebody, like, if you, like, push somebody down, or if you, like, say something hurtful, karma will get you, man. Like, no joke. Like, I've seen karma happen. I've seen karma fly, like, come here and go there. So, like, people who are mean, like, that's why, a few years ago, I was shy. Sometimes I wouldn't even talk to my own cousins, man. I was shy because I am not like everybody else. No one is like everybody else. God makes you how you are, and there's nothing that can change that. Like, whether, like, whether, like, I've seen some people judge people based on their looks, but inside is what matters. Inside, inside your body, your blood, your heart, your organs, that's what matters. Just because you may be the prettiest person on the planet does not matter. Like, if you're ugly on the outside, and I'm not trying to be mean and say that you're ugly, but if you're, like, not good looking on the outside, but you have a good heart, then you, my friend, are the face, alright? So, like, please take this time to appreciate, like, your loved ones, man. Because one day they could be gone. So, yeah, that's basically what I gotta say.
Yes, sir.
I could definitely.
I see brother Dwight.
What's up, Dwight?
Alright, so you can go some south. I would just
I just wanted to add to Michael's. I just wanted to add to Michael's point that like, I've seen the most beautiful people that could really be the ugliest people in the world. Does that make any sense?
Yes, it makes a ton of sense because I've seen it before.
Like, the meanest stuff. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
It definitely is. And we do have one more person to bring on real quick. And I always tell people it's the easiest person to introduce on here because why, y'all? All we got to do is just click the video and introduce us that person. Y'all know who it is. It's Mr. Jerry. They call him the old freaking G. The one who's going to bring those subscribers to you.
Here we go.
Jerry!
Here we go.
Yeah! We in the building!
Yes, sir.
What's good? What's good, fam? What's good?
What's good?
OG.
What's good, Hoodie? Jube!
And T.I.
I got my bro, Slim South. And right next to me, we got the young brother, Mr. Michael. What's good?
OG be killing them intros.
What's good?
Monday night, baby. Intro night. Let's get it.
Yeah, Monday night, baby.
What's up, T Dirty? We got T Dirty in the house. What's up, T Dirty?
What up, T Dirty? T Dirty. Shout out to everybody in the chat, y'all.
For real.
Yeah, but I want to pick up what Michael just got through saying, Hoodie.
Yeah.
I mean, bruh, you just dropped some dimes on here tonight, bruh. Everything you just said is kind of similar to what I'm about to say, so I just let you have the flow, bruh. I mean,
Right.
dude, you're preaching not only to me, Slim South, the Hoodie, to everybody in the chat, but you're speaking to everybody out there,
Yeah.
bruh.
I mean, hey, I've
That
seen
drop some dimes on.
yeah, I've seen some funky stuff that people have been doing. Like I went through it, and my sisters went through it, my friends went through it, so I'm here to stop that, man.
Hey, bruh, it takes prayer, man. It takes guts. It takes ruthless aggression. You name it. It takes everything to get to where you are now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all about that grind.
But Hoodie, I just want to say in the last hour when you played those clips, bruh. Look, I may be 38 years old, but bruh, after
Oh,
looking
you
at
and
those
me,
clips
OG? You 38?
and John Cena and bruh, that's what's up, bruh. That no matter what you're battling through, whether it's cancer, leukemia, sickle cell, uh, colon cancer, whatever disease it is, bruh, dude, that takes prayer. That takes a lot of prayer. And I know everybody in the chat witnessed what we saw. Hey, that's what's up.
Yes, sir.
It is.
I rather watch those videos than the news. Actually,
Yeah, the
Man,
news is depressing, dude.
yeah,
it's bad. It's bad.
Like,
but then,
dude, every
hey,
single day someone's getting shot, someone's getting kidnapped.
dude, that's I ain't worried about that right now. The only thing that's on my mind is everybody just be safe. If they have a God given gift, use it.
Yeah.
Saying life is too short out there. With all the BS going on out there. With the killings and the stuff, and we still pandemic. All these things going on. People lost their homes like to a hurricane or tornado or volcano. Earthquake, bruh. We look. We all in the same boat. We all bleed the same color, bruh. No matter what you are, bro. We all in this together, man. Like family. I don't
That's
look. It
right.
don't matter if you're a Saints fan. It don't matter if you're a Steeler fan. It don't matter if you're a Cowboy fan or fan. We all in the same boat. We all football fans in the exact same boat. And if one person go through something, another person go through something. That's the thing about helping each other. That's why Hoodie Jew played those videos right there for those young kids. They probably done got older now, and experienced
Maybe.
their stuff what they do. They probably do like Hoodie, like helping out with the community. You know, with the food pantries, the food banks, donating stuff to the children's hospital, helping them to have a better life. You know.
For fact.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
And I heard some of Megan's comments and sayings when she was on the panel about her wish talking about going to see Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks in person. That's nearly like the same thing that happened to me. Going to see the New Orleans Saints play.
Yeah.
And story because back in 2002, my dad and I we had to go see the Saints and the Steelers at the Superdome in 2002. One of my people had like those field passes. You go to the lounge and get you something to eat and get a chance to go out to the field and see the football players, the coaches, the staff, the sensations. All that. I've witnessed that. That was before game time. And you talking about the best experience that we had. That was one of the best experiences I've witnessed. And I just loved it. Now if that would have happened to me It could happen to another. It could happen to Michael. It could happen to Michael. He might, he got his wish may come true. He might go see Jameis Winston, Alvin Kamara,
That's
then
my dream.
Michael Thomas, Tyrann Matthew,
Yeah.
Demario Davis. I mean, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
never,
I didn't know this team has like a lot of
never
cool
give up.
guys I want to meet.
Anything could happen in a moment, in a twinkle of an eye. Anything can happen.
Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Facts.
Who knows? Slim South might get a chance to meet C.J. Gardner Johnson. He
Mm-hmm.
might get a chance to meet Jarvis Landry. He might even get a chance to meet um, anybody.
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 Hey, Slim South, Mr. Jerry, and Michael, we got another guest hopping on. We're gonna bring that person on real quick too, and that is the guy I was telling y'all earlier, man. I was on Motivational Monday show, talked to stuff, and I know Mr. The Right Man. When I bring you on, I know you can share your story again for people who don't go to the Motivational Monday show. With your daughter and your wife, and tell them what they go through, man. And the Right. You're definitely one of the subscribers too that we definitely got help. And the Right, I know you wasn't in here earlier. You were probably at work, so you probably wasn't able to see it earlier. But we were discussing, and I said, what else can we do? With they got Make a Wish, which is for the little kids and stuff. I would like to do my own Make a Wish on my channel too, to my subs as well, and help my subscribers out to make their wish come true. And you see, little Michael, man, Michael who said in the chat earlier, his wish is to meet AK, Michael Thomas, James, basically meet the Saints.
And those are only some
we can
people.
make that happen. And we can make that happen on the channel. So everybody's got different wishes that they would like to do. So let's bring on brother the Right and hear what he's got to say. What's up, the Right?
Gentlemen, how are you?
All right.
How we doing? Slim.
We're doing
What's
good.
good with you?
Big Mike. And of course, Jerry.
Right. All right.
What's up, Tori? I see you.
Yeah. Man, first of all, Hoodie, you are doing an amazing job, man.
Amen.
And it is an honor just to be a part of your podcast, just to give us an opportunity to have a voice and just share the things that we've gone through and allow that to motivate others. Um, Michael, man, you are incredible.
Yes,
And
you are.
do understand that the journey that God has for you, your journey is to just inspire based on what you've
I
gone
almost
through.
died
Because,
twice in my life, if y'all didn't
yeah,
know.
wow. I tell
Dude.
you what, uh,
I almost choked to death and I got in a car accident.
wow, every one of us have a journey, and our journey, when we embrace what it is, we we stop saying why us, and then you ask yourself, why not me? Because that's what God does. God say, why not you? Because I know that you can endure. I know that you can. I know that you have the strength to overcome anything that I've placed in front of you. So, you know what? Do this. Walk that journey and do what you do. Because yeah, I tell everyone, and everyone know that this is my thing that I stand by. A setback is only a setup for a great comeback. And when you come back great, nobody really holds on to your setback. And
Amen.
that's real talk. Nobody really focuses on your setback. All they know is the Mike of today, because the Mike of today is greater than the Mike of yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
really,
Right.
bro,
What up, King Up?
I
Yeah.
can tell you, I can tell you some things that I faced with my wife, with my daughter, that they have overcome, and everybody know the story that both of them was diagnosed, and how they both are still walking out their journeys, and every day is an opportunity to be grateful and be excited about the fact that, first of all, I woke up. Second of all, I have an opportunity to make a difference. And believe it or not, before you tell your story, when people look at you, they don't think that you have endured or gone through what you've gone through. That's what make the story so incredible. What make the Bible so incredible, that every man in that Bible had a story. And this is our opportunity to write our story. This is our opportunity to put the ink to paper and write our story. Believe it or not, Mike, this is your story. And before you said that, I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm talking about my story, but you got me at all. I'm sitting here like, wow,
Yeah.
the man,
Right.
I can't complain at all because I'm watching what you're going through on a daily, and I'm thinking to myself, man, could you imagine? How would I handle that? Here, you got this young man over here, and this young man is dealing with it and going through it. And if he wouldn't have told me it, I wouldn't have even noticed.
Yep. And my grandfather actually died 2 years ago, and my grandma was supposed to die 20 years ago, but she was able to live 20 more years to be with her family, because she was not even supposed to be in my life, because, obviously I was born in 2009, she was supposed to die in 2002, but then she was able to come here, live for 20 more years, and then she ended up dying on, I think at 1 a.m. on June 1st. So, as much as my story, however, is sad, that's what life is, Life is going to be, sometimes it will be disappointing, sometimes it will be sad, but we're all here to get it through together.
Right. And these things
Right.
build and these things build character. These things build who we are. Let me tell you something. And this may sound like a bad thing, but the best thing that could happen to Jameis Winston is people talk bad about him.
Yep, motivation.
Do you know the monster they are building by talking bad about this guy? Especially when you know his ability. See, it's different when you talk bad about him and it tears him down. But it doesn't touch this guy. You talking bad about Jameis, just making Jameis go, okay, I don't have a problem with that. I know what I can do. I knew the Saints was coming to get me. I knew that. So, you know, by them saying, well, you know what? I don't know if I don't know if Pete Carmichael's going to be the man. Really? He's been calling plays for almost 15, 16 years. And he's sitting back like, oh, you thought it all was showing? Wait till I demonstrate what I can do. So you take your hats off to Dennis because Dennis just gave these boys platforms. So,
And thank you to the national media because we got Hoodie Jube. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you to the platform because we got the Jube. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Look, Motivational Monday comes in all forms, shapes, sizes, and colors, man. You can never dictate or predict what's going to happen on Motivational Monday. Motivational Mondays are full of surprises and full of just things that make the inside of you say, you know what, tomorrow I'm a different me. Mike, bro, you just made my tomorrow different, son. You have no idea. You have no idea.
Yep.
When you come on now, I'm looking at you from a whole different light.
Yeah, and some people, they don't understand that, and they just say whatever comes to their brain. Like that one kid I mentioned earlier, that guy, I'm not trying to just sit up here and bash him for what he did to me. I forgave him a long time ago, because I'm not trying to sit up here and basically bash him, and say that this guy's the enemy, because he's not. I know has some heart. He just decided not to use it, man. So I hope, to whoever is a bully, which I hope there's only a few out there, if there is any. But I did not just want to come on here and bash you. I basically, when I said that, I just wanted y'all to know to stop doing it. So, because I've met with bullies in the past and they are not nice. So, people who are not nice tend, sometimes they don't, you don't know what the bullies are going on. I know it's not okay to bully, but who knows, 6 of their family members could have just died just 2 minutes ago. You don't know. So, just don't, just don't be mean, and don't, and just don't assume, because if you assume, something bad might happen. So.
Michael's speaking them facts, man, and for all those people, and just to tell everybody, whoever, and I'm going to say it like this: whoever you are, and you know who you are, If you are watching this or if you're watching it later on after we off the podcast, y'all know who y'all are, who are subscribers to the channel. That when Michael or little Purple Marcus, when the kids come on, I just want to start bashing them and saying, get those kids off the show. You don't want to hear what they got to say.
And I've seen
I
those
wonder how
comments.
that's what I'm saying. So I want to know how y'all feel now, knowing that this dude, what he goes through daily, he got autism, but y'all didn't know that until he said it. So now, how do y'all really feel saying that in the chat to a kid that has autism, but you didn't know? So that's why I'm saying you gotta watch what you say. And like Miss Megan and all of us talked earlier, just be nice to people. If you see a kid and you're walking into a restaurant and you see the kid with Down syndrome, I guarantee you, every kid that has Down syndrome, if they sitting down waiting on the wait list to get some food, and you walk in that building and you walk right past them, they're gonna be looking up, smiling, waving at you. They're gonna be doing something to you. I'm telling you, I've never seen a kid with Down syndrome, or even a human being. They could be older with Down syndrome. I've never seen them just sit still and not look at you. I'm telling you, they like I'm not gonna lie to you. I think every kid or human being that has Down syndrome or blessed to have Down syndrome, because they are the ones that bright up the room. They really do. They bring the light to the room, and it makes your day. It makes my day. When I get to serve on them, I'm like, how it was like sometimes you just look at the people you serve and you just like, okay, let's do this. Let's hopefully this person not a butthole. They look mad. They look mean. They're not looking good. Let's see if I can cheer them up and make them happy. I don't have to do that when I see a kid with Down syndrome I'm about to serve on, because they already bright my day up and saying, okay, I can't wait to serve on this little kid, man. I'm ready to make his day. I already know his day's gonna be good because he's already smiling. He's already waving, and it just makes my day. It's really fun serving on kids like that, and I love being with those type of people. And that's why I just wanted to tell y'all while I'm on here real quick that in a few weeks, in a few months, probably in about 9-10 months, it's going to be probably around March or April. If y'all want to mark on your calendar when I get it an actual date, I got about 20 people already that agreed with me. Around March or April next year, we're going to put in probably about $2,000 down into this event. It's going to be over here in Louisiana. I'm not sure where at yet, but we're looking for a park to have it at. And we're going to invite, it's going to be basically anybody with, any kids, any people with disability. And yes, any normal kids are invited as well. But it's going to be an event mainly for the disabilities, people who might be in wheelchairs, maybe Down syndrome, fighting through cancer, doing whatever. Those kids are invited to the event. The event's going to be free for anybody to come. They won't have to pay nothing. We'll have that $2,000, whatever we have down. We're going to be having people, we're going to be playing kickball on the baseball field. We're going to have a football field with water slides, spacewalks. We're going to have pizza, hamburger, hot dogs, you name it. We're going to have a snowball trailer there. We know somebody that owns their own snowball business that has the trailer that they can carry with them. We know some people and friends that, do face paints for people. We're going to do their face paint, to make their day. Yeah. And it's going to be an all-day event that day, just to get the kids that are fighting through stuff or, has a disability or stuff, to forget that they even have that and just make their days and just have a good time. So I got about 20 people already with me that's down to do the event with me and help me for free and just help, do the event with me and help be with the kids and entertain them. So it's definitely going to go down next year sometime. Don't know when, but hopefully, by March or April next year, maybe we can get some people there. Maybe Mr. DeWright would call and hit me up and be like, you know what, Mr. Hoodie Jube, I took off. I'm coming down. I want to be at that event because I know my boy King Nut, which I do see in the chat, man. He's about to come on and about to bring him on to come talk for a minute with us. But King Nut said he would love to be at that event. He's all the way from Miami, Florida, and he wants to fly out again and come be at that event. So
Yep, that sounds good, Hoodie. Because I'll roll through. That's
yes, sir.
That's my hometown, man.
Hey,
yes,
right, because you down there in Florida yourself, ain't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got you, man. Got you.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, can I just say this to you?
Sure.
Normal people have a problem with forgiving people.
Yep, they do.
Oh, that's
Normal
fact.
people, just normal, regular people that don't have any disability have an issue.
Because they don't know what it feels like they don't know what it feels like,
And for you to come on here and say, I've already forgiven you, man, that takes strength. That takes wisdom, that takes strength, and that takes a heart bigger than your, your heart got to be bigger than your problem.
Definitely.
No, that's facts.
If
Like
your heart is
I
bigger than
didn't
your problem.
like I didn't like I didn't like the guy who said that to me. But then over time I thought about it and I'm like this guy he's always late to school so something's probably going down. So I'm like I don't have a problem with them. Those people that send comments like on the show saying get me or Purple Marcus on the off the stream. I see those comments. I am not blind, and for you to say that for y'all to say that and y'all don't even know what I'm going through. That y'all just like y'all are saying that without knowing that literally like I am not like one of those normal kids, I'm not I'm not a kid that just straight up is just sitting there who just, knows everything that the normal kids do. Like I have problems of my own. Like y'all may have problems, y'all may not, but that does not give you a right to basically bash somebody on live internet, basically. So, man, just whoever did that, just I hope this is an eye opener for you.
Look, man, people are gonna be people, and one thing I want you to understand: I wish I was as knowledgeable about my team as you are at your age.
Oh yes.
So you know what? Hey, don't even sweat that, bro. Like I said, your heart is bigger than your issues. So.
Yep. Now some big issues. So.
And you know something else right there, and DeRight did bring up a good point about you, Michael, because being one of the youngest Saints fans, along on not only yourself.
Oh, we lost you, Jerry.
We help me with this. Y'all just got me. Y'all know about more about the New Orleans Saints than us, and we some old cats on here, but we got the youngsters on here that know some.
I told you my brain is probably like about this size.
He's basically saying that you
every
guys
single time I see another
knowledge.
football fact, I just put it in my brain.
Right.
You guys come with stuff that make us go, what?
Yep.
I didn't know.
I know some things that happened way before I was born. Like way before I was born.
Man, look, I tell you what, it got us beat.
You got the national media beat.
Oh, by far, facts.
Yeah.
They don't know
That's the first
anything.
thing I was thinking. Well, the media need to come to your class one on one.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. I should be hard for me though because I bet I would say more things that are actually facts than some of these stupid media people.
Hey,
Definitely.
you're dang right. These people don't know what they talking about. But
Yeah,
we got my boy King Nepp in here too, so let's bring King Nepp on, man. How you doing, King Nepp?
Yeah.
King Nepp.
Hello.
It's the king.
The one and only.
King Nepp.
Uh-oh.
You there?
King Nepp, you there? We heard your vehicle for a second. I just didn't hear no words. Okay.
Yep.
So he's trying to connect, I think.
Yeah,
he's having trouble. All right, let's see if we can get him back on in a minute.
Say, who do you going live tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna go live tonight too, probably. It's 8 o'clock right now, so maybe around 10 o'clock we'll go live again on that.
Right.
But there's a few more things that I wanted to show everybody. 'Cause I showed a few videos earlier, of John Cena and all that. But there's a few other ones that I had on there that was kind of like the ones that I want to show. I was trying to give King up a minute to speak, but for some reason it's not letting me hear his voice for some reason. I mean, we heard his car for a second, and then it just
I'll probably be back on with them on there later tonight. But Hoodie,
yeah,
I got to share this with you, bro, because let me tell you something. The first time that we connected, I mean, shouts out to the B&G Breakdown Podcast to Mr. Aaron Davis.
Shout out to Aaron.
you on his show because when y'all had y'all little y'all little interview on stuff like that. I was like, man, this guy knows some stuff. I mean, I mean that's the first time I connected with you because like I said, Aaron brought you on his show, talk Saints football and stuff, and then you had you probably had your channel already launched and ready to go even before the Saints football season started, probably. And ever since that day, I mean, we just whether the Saints win or the Saints lose, or if they sign somebody or release somebody, or this happened or that happened, you always bring that news, bring the stuff to us. You always bring the news to us because some of the stuff I don't even know my own self. But you brought everything you brought to the table, bruh. And that's what I like about you, bruh. I mean, everybody in the panel, y'all know this guy is like the hardest working man on the face of this earth. I mean, look at what Hoodie has done over the year. I'm like the last since 2021. I mean, this man do stuff for the children's hospital, donate stuff to the food banks, donate this and that, to help out everybody that's in need. I mean, this guy is like a blessing to everybody, just like he is a blessing to us. And that takes a lot, a lot, a lot to keep going. And that's what I love about you, Hoodie. And that's straight up respect from you, bruh. And like you were saying earlier, all these Saints channels that we go to, shouts out to all the Saints content out there. TJ Jones, Big Q, WD and Chatline, B&G Breakdown Podcast, the Nola Bros, anybody, even Nas every once in a while. But everybody out there, I mean, whenever they go live or whenever they drop some stuff, you always there, just like I am. And that's what I love about you, bruh. Everybody and everybody in the panel and everybody in the chat knows about that.
Yep.
So, man, big husband, and that's like big shoes. It takes big shoes to fill, bruh. I'm telling you, and that's why we're blessed to have you, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Jerry,
Yes, sir.
before you go, Jerry, I'm at work. I'm browsing through my videos, and I see WWL. This blew me away. They say we have an important question from one of the most important fans out there, Jerry Poor. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was. You talking about from a week ago? I think. What was that the night of the NBA draft?
Yeah, I don't know, man. But all I know is he read one question, and it was your question. I say, this dude. Everybody know the OG.
OG everywhere. OG everywhere.
That's
the OG is everywhere.
Yeah,
Every single place you can count on OG will be there.
Yeah, oh yeah. And Slim is right about that because I am everywhere. Look, it don't matter if it's here on Hoodie News. It don't matter if it's WWL. It don't matter if it's State of the Saints podcast, Nola Bros, Sports Coma, Uneducated Sports Talk with Carlos or PJ. Dude, I'm just everywhere.
I need to turn on my notifications.
I travel well. That's where I do.
That's why I call you that. That's why I call you that, bro. OG everywhere.
OG everywhere. Mr. Notification himself.
Yeah.
That's how you know he has the notifications on.
I say, man, this
yeah,
dude,
I just need a traveling bus to come along with me. I just need somebody to tag along with me.
You know how many fans the Saints got? And for them to pick your question, I'm like, that's the OG, man.
I just love what I do, man.
Yeah.
I love what I do, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to be a blessing to everybody, just like y'all.
Bro.
So,
but let me tell y'all something new. And Hoodie knew this. Hoodie always knew I was always in the chat, right? Ever since day one he started. Now look, y'all get to see my mug.
No.
Yeah.
Slim South say, hold on.
Yeah, whatever you like.
Slim South say, man, Slim South say, man, let me come out from the dark, man.
You can have whatever you
You can have
like.
me, bro.
Yeah, man.
Much
Hey,
love to y'all, man. Much love to y'all, man.
Hey, y'all, we do have K-Nap back. Let's just
Certain
bring K-Nap
people
back in here.
you just gotta have, bro. You just gotta have certain people in your life. Like if I ever go down to New Orleans and I bump into Hoodie, it's gonna be a party. If I bump into Jerry, it ain't gonna be nothing nice. If I see Slim, we might stand
Even
in
when
the
I
parking
visit,
lot for 3 hours just talking. Mike, so you know I'm saying.
you already know
I
what
needed
time
to see you, Ghost Rider.
Hey,
My
K-Nap, you
brain
there?
was made before I was born. So.
Let's
Oh
see if
man.
K-Nap is there. Hey, K-Nap, you there?
You know,
K-Nap,
I
are you
think
there?
I
It's
think
not
something's
picking
wrong
up.
with his internet or something.
He's driving right now. He said he said it's his phone, he thinks.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if he gets it fixed, man.
He's probably
K-Nap, try to
somewhere
get it
he's
fixed
not.
because I know you're trying to speak over here, by the way. But we got Miss Megan back here. She came back on the show, so let's bring her on real quick. Hey, Miss
Welcome
Megan.
back.
The
Hey,
number
Michael.
one Australian Seahawks fan in the world.
Michael, I just want to say, people make fun of me and what I know because I'm 4 months younger than the Seahawks. F them. Be proud of what you know, that magnificent brain inside that beautiful head. Be proud.
Exactly.
My godson Noah, who I spoke about earlier, has autism on top of every damn thing else he has. And he's working or 3 steps away from fulfilling a dream at 15 of working for the Boeing Aircraft Company as an engineer and designer.
Correct. Congrats to them.
So you are awesome, Michael.
Yep.
The bear and I love you very much. I love listening to you talk because I, like everyone else, I sit here and go, really? I need to look that up. And he's exactly right. Oh my God, I did not know that. So don't, the old saying, Michael, haters are going to.
Like you don't see a lot of autism people that know a lot about sports. Like you don't see that very
My
often.
godson can
Right.
tell you chapter and verse and so much more about the Boeing Aircraft Company, stuff you probably needed to know and stuff you didn't need to know. And I just sit there and, as I said, I look it up online and it's like, wow, that is insane that you know that. So don't let them get to you. I know it's hard when you can, my godson was physically attacked at school, ended up with a broken cheekbone and fractured skull because he stood up to a bully. So don't let them get to you, mate. I know it's really hard at times, but
guys, you gotta let your haters be your motivators. Because there was this one kid. I was playing flag football, right? There was this one kid that said, I ain't nothing. I had 3 sacks my first game. Yeah, let's see you talk about that now.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And a lot of times with bullies, like I've not been bullied that much, but it comes from a place of insecurity a lot of times too, because they see you doing
Most
well.
of the time, they're just jealous.
Yeah, exactly right. They're jealous of what you know or how you play football. For me, it was how, people bringing me down when I played hockey and cricket because I didn't play football at school. I'd say give them the middle finger and show them every day.
Exactly. I literally told somebody, if you're not gonna say anything nice, go F yourself. Then just go F yourself and go live your
live
stupid
your
life. You gotta
little
go.
puny, pathetic life over in that
I'm just
corner.
gonna bring the
I'm in this
people.
one.
I'm just bringing the people in that shows love. I'm not like if you're here to hate, then you gotta go to somewhere where only hatred remains. Go to hell. Go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Always remember this. Always remember this. If people hate you for no reason, that means you're doing something right. Always remember that.
Exactly. And it is hard when it's like my godson loves school, but when he was being bullied and attacked, because he had autism and he couldn't play football because his kidneys are now at the front of his body instead of the back and all of that, he was terrified. But I told him to ignore the bully.
Yeah.
And you do that for a while and that's okay. But Noah had enough, and this is what he told the bully that caused the bully to hit him. And I kind of admire it, but, be careful. He said to the bully, I can hit you on the nose right now, and that's what you want me to do. But you're not worth getting a suspension for, so leave me alone.
Yeah.
And the bully took that as a threat.
Yeah,
He took offense to that.
That's what bullies do. Like, that's what
Yeah,
bullies do.
exactly. And he came off the bully came back to school after a 6-week suspension.
Exactly, like bullies, sometimes when they're mean to you, when you say something, like if you say something nice about the bully, they're still gonna start it to you.
That's right.
Like bullies, they just don't know anything. Like they just don't know that. They just don't know how to be nice, man. Like God put you in the world. But you're basically ruining one of his creations because you're trying to mentally abuse them, and that happened to me. And you know what I did? I said, "F out, go to hell, go somewhere else."
Yeah, exactly. But what happened with Noah, Michael, was this bully got suspended for bullying another kid. He remembered what Noah said to him before he got suspended, didn't like it. Came back and hunted Noah down. Noah I think he was walking out of his classroom and there were cement steps and the bully pushed him backwards, knocked him off his feet, and he headbutted the cement and cracked his skull. And broke his cheekbone, threw a punch and broke his cheekbone. And but what Noah's parents did is they're quite wealthy, and they were sponsoring some programs at the school, and to the tune of $25,000, and it was an anti-bullying program. And they said, well, this is not working. We're wasting our money on this program, and we're going to pull it out of the school because our son and others are being attacked. Now, imagine a school potentially losing $25,000 out of the budget.
They don't like losing money.
Exactly
especially
right,
in public
Apollo.
schools.
No one does.
They expelled the kid, but it took the threat of Noah's parents pulling out the money, and it's sad that they had to threaten that, and they wouldn't have threatened it otherwise, but obviously, as Matthew, Noah's father, said, it wasn't working. We're paying this money for an anti-bullying program to be implemented. Not working. We're spending our money elsewhere. They couldn't have moved quick enough for fear of that.
In fact,
money.
this reminds me of one moment, right? So, there's this one teacher, a couple years ago. Her name is Mary. I liked her at first. I thought she was cool until she said one comment that just threw me off. So I was having trouble folding a piece of paper because my autism. I can hardly do things that other people can. And you want to know what she said to me? She said, "You want to stay handicapped." I almost flipped out. I almost flipped out.
Oh, dude, I would have flipped out because firstly,
if it wasn't just if there's not a lot of people in the room, I would have just screamed at the top of my lungs. Like that was not the first time she did something mean. Like she got mad at me because I couldn't make slime, and she also got mad at me because I was having a hard time following directions.
Hang on, Michael, you couldn't make slime. Do you have sensory issues with your autism? Like you don't like the feel of slime, or you couldn't do it?
I guess no, it's not that. It's just that slime. We had to make our slime, and I just have a hard time making stuff.
Oh, okay. Because Noah has, now he seems to be okay, but you couldn't he would melt down if his hands got dirty, or he didn't like the feel of dirt or whatever on his hands. But that was his sensory processing disorder more than his autism. But, yeah, no,
and I never forgot it. I never forgot that teacher, man. That teacher, ever since that day, I've just
disgusting.
and And then every single time I walk by, she says hi like I'm her friend. Like, dude, I'm not your friend. Do you know how much emotional stress that you put me through?
Well, you can still say hi to her.
I know, I did. I did say,
and be polite, but
yeah, I did
something
say
like
to be polite. You know, I did say
Yeah,
hi to be polite, but
yeah, but never. No, she had no right. Teachers. My brother is a teacher, and this is what frustrates me with autism because, as I said, I've seen it. My godson's 15 in a couple of weeks. He wasn't diagnosed till he was 7, mind you, so he had a late diagnosis.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of stuff makes me so mad. But you are you, and you are phenomenal. As I said, the bear and I love talking to you and love hearing you talk. As hard as it is, dude, don't let it get to you. I know, easier said than done. But yeah, we love you, and you're awesome. And yeah, as I said, you be you and give the middle finger to everyone who says you can't do stuff because of your autism, dude. That's how you annoy people.
yeah, like it got so bad that I literally was getting bullied by a teacher, man.
Yeah, no, that's not on. But no, well, you know that here we love and respect you and that magnificent brain. So, you know.
Yep. Hey, so everybody that's on here right now watching in the chat, everybody that's on here talking with us as well. I'm gonna share, the screen again. I'm gonna let y'all watch another maybe 1 or 2 more videos, different videos. Another one, yes, another one. Johnson, like I said, Johnson has got a crap load of these things. Like I said, he blessed over 600, Make-A-Wish things. So he's like probably the top one doing all
I
these.
think he was the top dog, right? Yeah, I think he was
he's
the
like the
top
top
dog.
guy. He's like the top guy in that thing. So
I'm not a wrestling fan, but Cena is a class act.
By the way, St. John Butler sent you this, Michael.
Yeah, I know. I saw. I just
St.
replied.
John.
So who after him? So let's share the screen, let everybody watch the videos and watch the two. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna watch the first video, and then after that, I'm gonna cut it off, and then let everybody take turns on, saying their thoughts of what they thought of that video, what it brings and stuff like that. So let's get this thing on the road and watch a few more videos so everybody can see what Make-A-Wish is all about and see what it is.
Can't wait.
Their dates. Oh yeah, by the way, make y'all mics, by the way. Make y'all mics.
Okay.
What do you call that move?
Drop kick.
Okay, so what if I showed up with a guy like this and I started fighting your guys like that? What would that happen?
I would have done this.
7-year-old Kenneth Harmon of Orlando, Florida, call him KJ, loves his WWE action figures. His play showcases a new vitality thanks to a special day last fall.
October 2nd is his 2nd birthday because that's the day that, he got a kidney.
KJ's actual birthday in 2007 came early after his mother underwent routine screening in her 7th month of pregnancy. The ultrasound revealed his kidneys were filled with cysts, and it was followed by traumatizing words from the technician.
She actually said I should have had an abortion. That's what she actually told me in the room.
Tasha, how did that make you feel?
I was already scared for the fact that, something was wrong with my baby.
At birth, KJ's left kidney did not function. His right kidney worked at just 40%. By age 6, KJ needed to start dialysis.
I had an aunt who died while she was on dialysis, so that was my first thought.
KJ's only hope was a transplant. He was on a list for more than a year. Why did you need to have a new kidney?
Because the other one wasn't working.
Then, an urgent late-night message from KJ's doctors, family members frantically trying to get in touch with Tasha, who wasn't answering her phone.
What I hear is a knock at the door, 4 a.m. It's my sister, and she's like, hurry up, We need to get to Tampa right now. KJ has a kidney.
The surgery was a success. KJ now takes medications so that his body won't reject his new kidney and must avoid contact sports. For his wish, KJ would like to meet his favorite WWE wrestler and one of Make-A-Wish's top wish granters, John Cena.
What would be the first thing you'd say to him?
I would say you look cool.
What do you think he'd say to you?
I said he would say you look cool too.
On this day, KJ thinks his mom is taking him to the movies. But once inside the theater, there's just one other spectator. A member of the WWE Authority, Triple H.
How you doing, man?
Triple H.
Yeah. How you doing? How's it going?
Triple H introduces today's special feature with a message just for KJ.
May I have your attention, please? I have a very special announcement for a very special person. KJ, this is United States Champion John Cena, and we got the same wish. Because you want to hang out with me, and I want to hang out with you. So here's what we're going to do. You are going to be my special guest on Monday Night Raw. Sound like a good deal? Sounds great to me, and I'll see you there.
Those are your front row tickets to Monday Night Raw to hang out with John Cena.
Ain't that cool?
A few days later, KJ steps out of a limo in Washington, D.C. and heads into the Verizon Center, where he's met by Stephanie McMahon. KJ makes the introductions.
Mom, Stephanie, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
One poster, 8 sticker.
Then, look who's sneaking up behind him.
I see you.
You saw me.
Yes, I saw you coming.
I thought I'd be all stealth because you can't see me. I thought it would work. It didn't work. You have your unbelievable superpowers.
John Cena comes bearing lots of gifts. KJ wonders why John has 2 United States Championship belts.
And I want you to be able to have your own championship belt.
Thank you.
After KJ crushes him in a WWE video game,
I told you should have used your own self, but you didn't listen.
they head backstage with opportunities to meet some WWE personalities.
Noble King Barrett.
What's up, buddy?
There we
go. This doesn't happen often, but this is only happening because you're here. You know that?
If we could have a moment of your time.
Nice to meet you.
This
What's your
is-
name? Oh, you want this? All right. All right. Might be a little.
This is KJ.
All right. All right.
We got to say hi to him.
How are you, Hanson?
Totally the biggest and coolest dude on the planet.
What's your name?
KJ.
KJ. I'm the Big Show. You know the good thing about having fingers this big? I can never pick my nose. My finger won't fit. Let me see your finger. Hold your finger up. Yeah, your finger will work. No?
Hold on. Don't go yet. Wait.
John brings KJ along for the rehearsal of his introduction.
Hold on, wait. You got to stand right here and be like, hey, look at everybody over there. Look at everybody over there. And then what happens? We do this. And you ready? There we go! So this is the ring. What do you think, man?
Later that night, in front of 8,600 people, KJ has great seats, but he has no idea how front and center he'll be.
We have a special guest in the house. He is easily the smartest 7-year-old I have ever met. Ladies and gentlemen, this is KJ, and the champ is here!
The crowd's cheers are the climax to a wish KJ will always remember.
I am shaking.
Did that just
That-
actually happen?
That was awesome.
I'm
That was
shaking
awesome.
because, gentlemen, KJ has the same disease, the dominant form of the disease my godson has. KJ has polycystic kidney disease. My godson has recessive polycystic kidney disease. So hearing the story of the transplant, the rush to get to the hospital, I am absolutely shaking, because that's not exactly what happened to Noah, because they didn't have to go to Tampa, but they had to go to Cardiff, Wales. But that brought back a lot of memories, and I'm actually tearing up, because that is what happened to my godson. Although his wish, as I said previously, was to go on a paleontology dig and find a dinosaur bone, which he did. But yeah, I'm shaking, because that brought back a lot of memories of that time. But it happened a couple of years earlier for Noah. He was 5 when he had his transplant. But yeah, seeing the bottles of medication, oh my God, I'm shaking. So yeah,
Like that should be an honor.
It's just great to see. It's just really great to see with all the negativity going on, there's still good humanity going on as well.
Yeah, as I said,
It's
Slim,
great to see.
I'm not a wrestling fan by any stretch. I mean, I watch it occasionally, but Cena is a class act. I mean, 600 wishes granted, takes time out of his what would be, I'm guessing, a heck of a schedule to try and maintain, to make that child at that moment, KJ and other, 599 others, the center of his world in that moment. I know, make a wish, as I said, with my goddaughter and my godson. The child, it's all about the child. The parents are there and it's about them too, but it's all on the child. You have the Margaret Kerry, who played Tinkerbell, all her attention was on LJ the whole time she met her. Photos, and tell me about being Tinkerbell for the 500th time. But that was breathtaking, because a lot of memories, even though I was here in Australia and they were in the UK at the time.
Yeah,
a lot of memories.
That was epic.
Hey, it touches our heart. The video touches your heart, and I love the video. Where they get surprised, they get to meet their favorite person. And you think that would be the favorite part of the video, but it's not. My favorite part of each video that I watched is the part where they literally live in front of thousands of people, and they call and they pick that person up, bring him in the ring or bring him on the field, and literally got thousands of those people chanting their people's name or cheering for him. And that lets the kids know, and it lets the kids know, like, hey, we all behind you, and we all thousands.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so beautiful about Make-A-Wish, is that the celebrities aren't doing it, to make themselves look good. It's the kids, as I just said. Noah met some of his hero paleontologists. LJ met her hero, who shares a birthday with her and plays Tinkerbell, her favourite fairy. It's not for brownie points to make them look good in the eyes of the media. They actually care. And they hear the stories, and they must get thousands of them a day or more. But they read, and I know John Cena reads every letter. It takes time out of his day to read them all and go, yes.
Oh
You
seen the video? You seen that video? I don't know if y'all have seen that one.
I hadn't seen that one before.
Yeah,
That's why
I'm gonna show it to y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to show y'all to y'all. I might cry, but I'm not saying I'm gonna show it to y'all in a second though.
I'm crying already. I'm gonna full on ugly Kardashian cry anyway.
It's okay, but the right. What was your thoughts, man? Like I was saying, I wanted to show those videos and ask everybody, what's their reaction when they see videos like those.
Something like that hits close to home, considering the fact that I'm in nursing, and so I understand the journey that kid was going through. To be on dialysis basically means that your body, your kidneys are there to filter, and your body can't filter. So what happens is the toxins and what have you remain in your body. You can't urine, you can't do any of those things. So all that stuff retained. So if you remember in the beginning of the video, he had a bandage on his neck, which means that he had what was called an IJ. That means that that's what they was using to filter the blood in and get all the fluid off of them and what have you. It's a strenuous process.
3
And it's
days
not
on, 2 off.
something that you just wake up one day and you're done. It's not like that. So when you see kids, who do you know
Tough.
I am, man?
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah,
When you
Noah had 3 days on, 2 off, and he'd just be feeling better on the second day, and then the next day he's back. So back on the machine for 8 hours. Yeah, it's
So when you see children endure and still smile, and then you have somebody like John Cena, who is an actor, who is a wrestler, who takes the time out of his day to say, I just want to make this child's moment. And all I want to do is just make this child's moment. It makes me look at your podcast, and the first thing I think to myself is, you know what, bro, there's a spot in heaven, Hoodie, just for you, man.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Because it takes that kind of heart to recognize that, you know what, these kids are enduring, man, and they are going through it, and it's an impact. It is an impact for a parent. I mean, for someone to look at that child, for someone to look at his mother and tell his mother as a professional, hey, you should have aborted this child.
That's what struck me.
Yeah.
That's what struck me.
And as I said, personally for me, because Noah, my godson, who has the same illness, was born at 24 weeks. He's not viable. He's not a child. You should abort him. His parents said, oh, hell no, he's our child. Right. He is absolutely viable. We'll do whatever it takes to bring him into this world. You do whatever it takes to keep him alive. Yeah, that's why I think it's affected me. Like he said, to write, Noah would be on dialysis Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, have a day in between, and it'd be, 3 o'clock the day between, and he'd just be feeling good, and then it'd be, I've got to do this all over again. He did it for 5 years. Fortunately, he's had a double kidney transplant now, and he may need a liver transplant down the line because it goes from the kidneys to the liver. Thankfully, all going well, on top of autism, 1,001 other things. But like you said, he got to do a paleontology dig, and the scream of joy when he found and I say dinosaur bone in inverted commas because it wasn't an actual, but I'm not telling him that ever, was just so beautiful. I've seen it on video, obviously. I wasn't there live because it was in the UK. And those scientists are on a dig. They're doing work for the betterment of knowledge.
Right.
But they gave him a square and said, right, there's something in there, we think, dude, can you be the one to find it? And, he had the little brushes and the spades and everything, and he, triumphantly held it up. I got it. And everyone's like, we've been looking for weeks. They hadn't. Again, not telling the kid. Look what you found. There you go. And, it breaks my heart. It fills me with joy and breaks my heart. One, that there has to be a charity like this for these sick children. But then it fills me with joy and faith in humanity that there are people like John Cena who...
And like Hoodie.
Like Hoodie, like myself. I mean, I'm a supporter in a small way. But...
people that bring attention to it.
And not only that, the creators of the Make-A-Wish Foundation to begin with. We have a similar organisation here called the Starlight Foundation, which is a room in a hospital where the kids go to play video games, to do art, whatever, so they don't have to be thinking all of the time of, oh, I'm a sick child, I'm going to die from this, And again, letting people know about it. I've been a Starlight supporter for 20 odd years. We have Captain Starlight, who is a trained person in play therapy, who goes and, If the kid can't get out of the bed, they go to the beds and bring stuff to them. If the kids are down in the room, they play. And they literally do forget for a time that they're sick. And I think, yeah, it breaks my heart that the little ones are getting sick. As I said, I've had 2 out of 3 godkids that have been quite seriously ill. But thank God for Hoodie for bringing this to attention, for the people who create the foundations to begin with, the people who work in the foundations, the celebrities who support them. Yeah, I couldn't be a nurse. My mother wanted me to go into nursing. I couldn't do it because I would be too emotionally involved, you know. But God bless you for being a nurse, you know.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. That's a whole
You know, that's a whole
nother
other chat.
story.
We can have another day, my friend,
That's a
because
whole
yeah,
other
I come
story.
from a long line of nurses, and my dad was an first responder. So
Yeah.
but Hoodie, there, I think DeWright said it. There is a place in heaven for people like you, my son. I'm going the other way myself, where I'll be toasty warm, but you know, yeah, God bless you,
You're
Hoodie.
warming your deathbed.
You know, God bless you, and yeah, God bless Starlight, Make-A-Wish, all those foundations. But I'm still shaky. KJ and Noah, oh my God.
That's how it be someday. That's how it be.
But I will show y'all the other video that I was telling y'all about the John Cena. So like, what it was is that he has multiple people. So like, you know, he always surprises those people, and he surprised. Well, he thought he was making a video for those people on a cricket commercial.
Oh, I think I've seen this. Yeah.
But he's reading tickets, you know, cards after cards of people who respected him and used his quote, "Never give up," and what it did for them. And then they all start coming out one by one behind the scenes to meet him in person. And that's a grown man blessing everybody's heart. And he starts tearing up because of what he did for them as he's reading it. So I was saying, I'm going to let y'all watch this real quick. I'm telling y'all, going to love this one too. Make sure y'all get y'all mic mutes for y'all. Or we can do this, but I'm going to share it with y'all. I'm telling y'all going to cry. Let's see.
His attitude adjustment finishing move has quite the impact. But nothing hit John Cena as hard as this surprise video he received from his fans. The WWE superstar believed he was making a promotional video for Cricket Wireless of himself reading thank you cards from people whose lives he has impacted through the years.
You have some of the best fans in the world. A few of them have written you some thank you notes.
Okay, well, let's check them out. Hey, Cena, thank you for changing my life. 2011, I was left for dead after getting hit by a car. But I woke up in the hospital. The doctor told me I would never wrestle again, let alone walk. One thing I learned from you was to never give up. Thank you for being a positive role model for a generation of kids who watched you growing up. Dear John, you have heard thousands of times, but you deserve to hear it 1,000 more. Thank you. By the time I was 19 years old, I had lost both of my parents. Never give up. Those words repeated in my head because you were my light in a decade of darkness. Dear John Cena, your words never give up has helped me fight for a chance to be a mother through adoption. Many years passed and things seemed impossible. But you helped me believe that my dream can become real. This year, finalized my adoption. My time to become a mother has become a reality. You, John Cena, changed my life.
Right, so I have one more thing to show you. And we have a video of him just telling his story.
Sure.
My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and when she got her results, I asked her, what her results were. She said they were positive. I was crying and I was shocked. John Cena's message helped my family because I got his wristband that he gave to me. And when my mom was having her 6-hour surgery, I gave her the wristband that I told her to never give up. And she's now cancer-free.
It's pretty cool. At a young age, he has such great perspective. It's really cool to see, man.
Thank you for everything you've done.
Stop.
For my family.
Get over here. Coolest surprise ever. You're extremely strong, you know that? That's pretty cool.
This is what you gave him. He made sure that through my cancer journey, he'd say, Mom, Cena says never give up. And I'm now cancer-free.
That's great. That's great.
Hi, John.
Not handicapped, I'm fully capable because of your message.
Your mind goes to a dark place when you get injured. Never give up. And you know that I learned that from you. Fell into a deep depression, and I just given up on life. I got back on my feet. You showed me I can. I owe it all to you.
Wow.
Thank you for changing all of our lives.
That's extra special. Thank you. What do you want to say? Just remember that you guys do the work. And I mean that. And don't think that you're the only one who's up against it, and don't think you're the only one who doesn't have challenges to face every day. You all lead by example. And I mean it when I say it, never give up. This is a championship squad right here. Pleasure to meet you. This is a great moment, like some really, really heartfelt stuff. And it's a reaffirming message of be mindful that your actions affect those close to you. Scared the jeebies out of me.
Our stories touched him. How often does someone get to tell their hero about what they did for them? This is one of those extremely rare moments, and I really appreciate that.
That was the coolest surprise ever.
Hope you guys are having a nice day. Thank you so much for watching our video. And don't forget to...
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, I saw that one before. That
The last
was
one
always
had
something.
me tearing up, man. The last one had me tearing up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. That thing there, the breast
Yeah,
cancer,
I
bro.
saw that one. Yeah,
That
bro.
hits home, man.
Yeah.
When the kid was
Yeah, that
crying,
really
I
hit
was
home.
crying.
I was in tears because, as most of you know, I lost my father very, very suddenly. Oh God, I'm gonna cry.
Let it out.
After watching him basically die in front of me 5 years ago, and I did fall into a rather, a rather deep depression. Not that I was ever suicidal, but oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Let it out.
It's
Let
okay.
it out, Megan.
It's
Let
okay.
it out.
I wasn't sleeping. I was diagnosed with insomnia. I really struggled because my dad had raised my brother and I since I was 9. I was 42 when I lost him, and I didn't know what to do without him, if that makes sense. Oh gosh, I've not cried about this in 5 years. Damn you, Hoodie.
Sorry.
But I decided then and there not to give up, not because of what John Cena said, because 3 years later, in 2019, my beautiful nephew was born. My Seahawks loving nephew. was born, and he was born 3 days after my dad's birthday in August, and his full name is Oliver Damien John, and my dad's name was John Damien, and Ollie just reminds me of him in so many ways. He's a cheeky little bugger, big blue eyes, you know, butter wouldn't melt in its mouth. So I do kind of, I guess, understand how low you can get when something profoundly changes in your world. Like it did with my dad. I was basically at his bedside for 3.5 weeks, 20 minutes sleep a night if I was lucky. And just knowing now that I do have a reason to keep going in with my beautiful nephew, who, as I said, is a dead spit for my father in so many ways. Yeah, it just takes one thing, whether it's meeting John Cena or the birth of my nephew or something, just to keep you holding on. And I decided after my dad died, he had a lot left on his bucket list that he wanted to do that he didn't. And I decided then and there that I might go bankrupt in the attempt, but I am ticking off bucket list dreams. So my first bucket list dream was to go to the North Island of New Zealand with my brother in February 2019 to go to Hobbiton, because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Me too.
So, you know, I dragged my brother around the North Island, and we were talking about it the other night. A memory had come up on Facebook. I said, what a great trip. And he said, yeah, I loved being able to be there with you. And I said, oh, even though I was dragging you to Hobbiton that you had no interest in. And he said something very profound to me. He said, when Dad died, the light and sparkle went out of your eyes. And I never thought I'd see it again because you were so profoundly affected. But hearing you and seeing you at Hobbiton, seeing the light back in your eyes, I would go to Hobbiton every day for you if that's what it took. And I remember thinking, wow, really? Like, you would do that? And he said, yeah, because it made you happy. I have no interest in Lord of the Rings. Like, I've read it every year at least twice since I was 7. I'm 46. So that meant everything to me. I still struggle with the depression, as you know, in March when it's his anniversary, and in August when it's his birthday. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. And as I said, I'm ugly Kardashian crying. Sorry, not sorry.
It's all good.
You know, and going to Seattle, hopefully meeting Pete Carroll, or at least being at a game. I'm leaving nothing undone. And yeah, it is a struggle for me most days, to be honest. But, you know, if I didn't get up in the morning, I wouldn't have met Hoodie. I wouldn't have met all of you wonderful folks. I wouldn't have met the 12s and become a part of that, you know. So I'm going to just mute for a moment so I can blow my nose and not scare the hell out of it. The elephant's coming. But yeah, so thank you, Hoodie.
Megan, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, Megan, because when my grandma died, that was my same emotion.
Feel you, man. So, Some South and This Is the Right Man, what was y'all thoughts on that, you know, video when you seen it? So, like, you notice he gives back to everybody, and he says an example with the never give up, right? You know, that quote that he wears around basically his whole career is about true wrestling. And he keeps it going, and then you see how he gets the letters back, right? And he started tearing up, you know, knowing that other people, you know, save their lives because of that, because of the never give up quote. So, like, whoever wants to go first on themselves, you know, whoever wants to go first, you know, just tell me what your thoughts on that.
I let my boy the right go first.
You know, when he started talking about the breast cancer, you know, just to have that kid's reaction was my initial reaction when I found that that my wife had breast cancer, and that's a whole story within itself. But the focus here is never give up. And when you've been put in a situation where you don't know where to turn to next, to have your hero tell you to never give up, man, that's strong. That is powerful. That is strong, because what you see, you don't see the wrestler, you see the human. And regardless to what people think or regardless to what people say, it is important for a man to see the human side of another man. It is important for a woman to see the human side of a man, because that's the side, believe it or not, if you can remember, for all of us who have some inkling about the Bible, as amazing as Jesus was, the thing that made him more amazing was the fact that in all of his powers, he was human, and he had the ability to touch from a human perspective. And what made what made John Cena so powerful is he touched people, because as big as he is, as strong as he is, as active as he is in the ring, the human side of him is what makes the impact. The fact that he can tell the average person, don't give up, and then for that person to come back and tell him thank you, and that man's heart opens again. You know what that does to the average person, that, like, let's say for instance someone like myself, I look at that and say, see, that's what I'm talking about. We're bigger than just, you know, fans, Saints fans or what have you. We are each other's keeper. That's why we're here. We don't meet each other by coincidence. I need Hoodie. I need Slim. I need Mike. I need, Megan. I need you guys. I need Apollo. You guys give me something that I need to take with me tomorrow. And we do that for each other. And it's the human part of them. It's the human part of us that makes us who we are. That's the part that like I said, when that kid said breast cancer, I've been there. I've been there with both of my family members. And what gets us through is to see the human side of them, to understand that it's okay not to be okay. That's not a death sentence. It's just your journey. So I'm gonna leave that there.
And to your point, they're right. Like I'm, I'm not going to say everybody's been touched by breast cancer, but I'm pretty sure that most people have been impacted by cancer, any kind of form of cancer,
Right.
whatever.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes.
so that's and it can really get dark at those times, really dark. But when you got a man just say never give up, that's a light.
Right.
It's a light, and you really don't have to be famous to do that. You could just be like the right said, just the man side of it, just the human side of it. So all I can say is, man, look, those kind of videos are inspiration, motivation,
Yes, they are, sir.
and
Facts.
dedication. And that's all I can say on that. It's pretty good stuff. I watch those kind of videos all the time. So
Mhm.
so
Yep. That's what
it's great to see that.
everybody
And
asks me that question too. They always like, Hoodie, how do you keep yourself going? Keep yourself motivated and wanting to keep doing the channel. And I said, well, while everybody else over here is sleeping, my girlfriend, my parents, they all knocked out sleeping. I'm staying up super late, just watching these type of videos, that's gonna make me feel like, damn, I'm gonna do this in the future. I'm gonna make an impact. And when I think of that and I look at it, I had a discussion with a few friends already, and that watches my channel all the time, at work, and they were like, yeah, I see you what you're talking about, these videos, and inspires you, it keeps you, makes you cry, but not in a bad way, in a good way, because you feel that joy and happiness. But they said, don't forget what you did so far. He said, it might not look like you're a famous person and you might not make an impact right now, but if you look back at what people said already, you made an impact with some people. And I said, you're right. I said, look at some self. Never really taught, never sold himself. Look where he's at now. And I said, look at the impact, when the right was
Yes,
on
sir.
Motivation on Monday. Like, I think it was like 2 months ago, the right was on one of the, I think it was like the second or third episode of the Motivational Monday. And he was like, Hoodie, you don't understand. When I get off of work, I'll make sure I'll go look to see if Hoodie's on, man. I gotta see if Hoodie's Jube's on, and gotta hear what this man gotta say. And just to hear stuff like that from other people when you don't think that you doing anything besides just just talking football and trying to help people until they actually
And
say
you
it.
will not. And one thing I've learned, because people have said it to me, is you won't know the impact you make immediately necessarily.
Correct.
But know in some small way there is someone. I sent a quote after my dad died when I was really struggling from a friend of mine. He said, someone in the world is alive because you helped them see it wasn't worth giving up. Now, I sort of read that and I'm
Oh, that
like,
was
yeah.
strong.
I'm like, yeah, right, sure I did. But the impact you might make might only be this big to you. But to Slim or somebody hearing your message, it's like this big. You don't know until they give you feedback or somebody says something to you in a way like the message on Facebook or whatever. And I think for me, it was humbling to realize that that one person will then go and live their life and impact others, who will then impact others, like paying it forward, if you will. And whether it started with me or not, there is an impact being made in the world. And that's, somebody said, why do you love Pete Carroll so much? Well, aside from being the coach of the greatest football team that's not the Saints, his philosophy is it's about looking after people.
Did I hear something? I didn't hear something, right? I thought I heard something that was like not like this. I'm gonna pretend that was
Yeah,
like
just let it go, dude. It's all right.
I'm gonna treat it like a UFO sighting. I didn't see. I didn't.
All right, I'm gonna hop off. Have a good night.
Take care, Michael. Remember what I said, dude.
All right, Mike.
Remember what I said. Good to talk to you, dude. You don't know what impact you have. Whether you've talked someone down from committing suicide or you've just had time out of your day to sit down and have a chat, with someone who you might be concerned with. And that's been very humbling to hear that. Not that I go looking for that reinforcement and feedback to say, oh, I'm fantastic, look at me. It's like, hey, that's cool. And I hope that that person helps another person who helps, so on and so forth. So never underestimate your impact. You might think it's this big, but for somebody, my best friend, when I've told the story to Hoodie and maybe 2 others, so my dad died very suddenly and I was with him at a hospital and brought him home. He died 4 days later. My best friend, I think it's here somewhere, I've just changed my desk around, so maybe not, couldn't come to the funeral because she was going on a trip interstate, and she sent me a little Tinkerbell money purse about this big and a little notebook, and in the notebook she wrote, I know it's probably a dumb question, are you okay? Now, my default answer to that was, yeah, I'm golden. Dad's just died, but it's all good. But it wasn't till everything settled down and I pulled that notebook out again and I read just the 3-line message in the notebook to say, you know what? I'm not okay. And that's okay in and of itself. And then, my mum took me away on a trip, and then, as I said, Hobbiton happened, all of this stuff happened. And I finally reached out and got help because, see, I had the added disadvantage at the time of having just completed a psychology degree. So, I'm fine, physician heal thyself. I don't need help. I'm fine. And then I struggled this 2 years with insomnia, depression, anxiety. And it's like, what? It's not a failure to get help. I did, and the rest is history. So I'd like to think that telling my story, as hard as it is for me, and it's getting easier through doing things like this, if I reach out and one person hears this, whether live or on replay, and thinks, okay, it might be a bit tough for me now, it will be okay. I don't know when. I'm happy. I don't need validation for that. That validates the struggles that I've been through, but I've talked way too much, so I'm going on mute just to read something. So, yeah.
You good.
You good.
But yeah, like I was saying, there's so many different things that I would love to do, especially on the channel. And there's many videos that I would show people. Like there's one that I really want to show y'all, but it's so damn long. It's like 13 minutes. But just to basically, give y'all a brief summary of what happened. This guy used to play high school football. And the dude, like in the middle of the game, I think they said it was like halftime or whatever, he came to the coach and said, my left eye is getting blurry. I can't really see out my left eye. So after the game, he went and got checked out or whatever, and they found out he had like a little tumor or something coming out. So he had to get, taken care of about that. And basically he couldn't play sports again, he couldn't walk, couldn't do a lot. And his team and they asked him, what was his make-a-wish, right? And that was just to play football again with his friends. So his whole football team, coaching staff, his whole community, gathered together to make a wish artist and got together and gathered up. And what they did and what they put together was, those virtual games, you can put them on your face and see everything. They created a whole video from start to finish, like if he was in the locker room with him, or from when he was, coming out the tunnel and somebody dressed up like him and acting like he was him when he used to come out. And they were, he was their leader, he was their quarterback, that was their best friend. And they were doing all of that. It looked like you got the crowd out there, on the video because, they all got together into the crowd and did that for him. Had him, did a little virtual thing of him drawing the touchdown and stuff like that. And then when it says in his video, the thing says, hey, take your helmet off. He takes, the virtual off, and there's the whole community in the crowd again in front of him cheering him on while he's in his wheelchair, and it feels like he played football. And this, like I said, I will show y'all, but that is like 13 minutes long. But it's definitely a good story to see, it touches your heart to feel like that many people go out their way just to do that for what people's got to deal with, Like I said, there's so many videos I will show y'all.
Actually, Hoodie, that just reminds me of Coach Carroll. There was a player in his USC days by the name of Jake Olson. It's a well-known story in USC and Pete Carroll's circles. Jake lost his sight to a rare condition, and before he had some major surgery, Pete invited him to the Trojans dressing sheds because he'd been a long-time Trojan fan, I think since childhood. Long story short, he and Pete kept in touch even when Pete went up to Seattle. Jake's dream was to play for the Trojans. Now, he's legally blind, unable to see, but the coach, he is a punter, and the coach put him into a game in front of 68,000, I think it is, at the Coliseum. He kicked the winning goal. So it's stories like that, and it's another reason I love Pete Carroll. His philosophy is you look after your people and you find ways to help them when you can. And he did that with Jake. Jake played for USC, he played at college a bit, and now is one of the best motivational speakers I've ever heard. All because Pete Carroll took time out of his Trojan schedule to to make it wasn't to make a formal make-a-wish, but Jake wanted to play with the Trojans and participate in all of that before some fairly major surgery, which took away his sight, and another reason I love Coach Carroll.
Y'all know, I mean, most people in the NFL that watches the NFL and all that, knows J.J. White. He did a video before Make-A-Wish that's a good one to watch too. So if you ever want to search up J.J. White's Make-A-Wish, that's a good one. That Prescott made one that was good. Robert Griffin III did one that was a good one. Saquon Barkley did one that was good. And like I said, you know how I tell y'all watch these at night to motivate myself. And it was crazy because Porter in the chat in here put, been talking about God, he knows what you're doing. He knows your next move, stuff like that. He's watching over you. The crazy part about that is that last night when I was watching those videos to motivate myself, like I always do, a new video thing popped up. It's like a minute long. And the thing says the pizza man was delivering their pizza to the house. And she was getting the pizza from the mom was getting the pizza. Well, her little toddler that's like 2 years old ran out and hugged the man as he was trying to leave. And just remembers the guy, and there's a boy, a little toddler boy. The toddler boy hugged him and tried to kiss him, like give him a kiss. But before he can try to give him a kiss, the mom was like, "Come on, get off of him. He's gotta go." And the guy was like, "It's okay," and he walked away. So she shares that loving, moment of him hugging a random guy out of nowhere, the pizza man, and trying to give him a kiss, and posted that on Instagram. Well, they posted that on Instagram, and it magically got to the guy that delivered that pizza. He said, "Oh, that's me." And he said the crazy part is, he said, "I think that's guy trying to tell me because I just lost my little daughter." Oh. He lost his little daughter, and he thinks that's the sign from God saying that was his little daughter moment that would give him a hug and was trying to give him a kiss. Even though that's not his daughter, that was her spirit trying to make that little boy do that.
Wow.
And because that little child don't know who that dude is, but he went to go hug the stranger out of nowhere.
Children are the best for that. As I said, my nephew Oliver was born 3 days after my dad's birthday, and whenever I'm feeling down and I'm wearing either the cap or a jersey, he'll yell out, "Go Hawks!" from the other side of the house, which annoys his father, my brother, who is a Cards fan, can't help bad luck. Or he'll see Blitz, our mascot, and yell out, "Hi, Blitz! Hi, Blitz! Hi, Blitz!" And that just cracks me up every time. And kids have that innate trust that they'll go up. I'm sure if I let Oliver off the leash down the street, he'd hug 10 people, run into the arms of 10 randoms on the street just to give them love. But yeah, I've had a lot of signs from my dad. Like I walked into my bedroom and the smell of his deodorant was there, like somebody had just sprayed it. I saw him 3 days after he died. I had the same happen with my grandmother. You've just got to be open to the signs. They're not always going to hit you in the face like the scent of my father's deodorant hit me that day. But yeah, the kids are amazing, and I'm truly blessed with my nephew and all the kids I know, my godkids especially, to have things like that happen. Yeah, those random little moments.
It is. But Mr. Slim South, the right, Apollo, and Miss Megan, is there any other things y'all like to say or whatever before we head out of here? Because we've been on here. It was a nice 3-hour event. It was a nice.
I'm starving and I need to go shopping, but other than that, I've been saying that for about 4 hours, so don't feel bad. Just thank you for letting me sort of share. As I said, I barely cried about my dad and full-on ugly Kardashian crying. My apologies for saying that, gentlemen.
That's all good. That's all good. That's all good, Megan. You good? You good,
ma'am.
But thank you for being you, Hoodie. Thank you for being you, Slim, DeWright, Apollo, everybody else. Michael, you're up, dude. Don't let the haters get you down. Easier said than done most days. Yeah, you are truly a blessing in my life, each and every one of you. And as I said, one of those random encounters. I met Hoodie through Brandon Kane from the Hawk's Nest. He was doing a collab. I was on for Brandon, got to know Hoodie. We have so much in common, except you need to be a Seahawks fan before I completely love you. But that's not going to happen. So, you know, whatever. Yes. So, yeah, I was like Slim. Up until, you know, chatting to Brandon and finding common ground there with the Seahawks and finding, I guess it's common ground with our love of you guys with the Saints, me being a 12. Yeah, I just feel very, very much that it is a blessing to be able to, A, call you friends, B, having you as part of my life in this way, and just the blessings you continue to give to me in my life. Yeah, so thank you, gentlemen, very much. So,
No
Much
problem.
love, Megan. Much love, Megan.
Much love
Yes,
to you.
ma'am.
Even though Paul beef with me right now.
listen, that's listen, keep me out of it. It's between you two. I mean, you are apparently dead to him, but then Carlos's PJ is dead to him because she was trash talking. Who was it? The Celtics? Yeah, so, you know, really easy to get into a beef with this guy, harder to get out of it. But yeah, thank you, gentlemen. I really do appreciate it.
No problem, Miss Megan.
Much love, Megan.
Much love.
Love to you all.
Talk to you later. But just to tell everybody, I mean, the thing that I love about it is that it was kind of like what Miss Megan said earlier. She said she's not a fan of wrestling, right? But she's a fan of John Cena, who is a really great actor, funny in all his movies, and now seeing what he does with this, she loves it. And I try to tell people, don't judge the person by their cover. See how they are, you know, by their heart, right? Because I watched this motivational video the other night, and most of y'all who are from Louisiana know Dustin Poirier, who's a UFC fighter that represent, you know, usually the Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Lake Charles area from Louisiana. Well, he wanted to give back to this kid's Make-A-Wish thing for him, and the kid passed away before he can, you know, get the wish, you know, that he wanted. But the wish was to give these other kids with special need and other kids a playground at his school, you know, a playground for them to play on. And the kid passed along, couldn't do it. He didn't live to see it. But the guy reached out, the UFC fighter and his family reached out to the parents and wanted to do the Make-A-Wish for him and make that dream come true for that little boy that passed away and give him the playground. And the lady was like, I'm not a fan of wrestling. I'm not a fan of the UFC because, you know, they just beating up each other and stuff like that. And she said, so I didn't know what to expect from a guy like Dustin. But after meeting him and seeing and sitting down with him and talking to him why he actually does what he does, you know, with the UFC and does what he does, it touches my heart even more now. And I just love, you know, Dustin for who he is. And it's just cool to see, like, hey, I don't like UFC, but now she likes a guy that does UFC because she sat down with that person and actually found out why he does that. You know, people got a reason behind why they do stuff or why they do a certain, you know, sport or a certain career. So before you decide I don't like that person because he's a basketball player or I don't like him because he's a football player, until you actually see them and see what the impact that they doing using their platform to do, don't judge it. You know, don't judge them by their cover. That's what I love. A lot by, you know, Motivational Monday shows and just looking at videos. So anything you from yourself, you know, anything y'all like to say?
I just got one thing to say. Like the OG said, y'all stuck with me. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
So until tonight, I'll be hollering at y'all boys.
Yes, sir. It's about 9:30 almost, so I would say 10 o'clock. I'm going to move it at 10:30, give everybody an hour break, you know, get some food, get some drink, get y'all some.
Yeah, so we can deprogram and reprogram.
And reprogram for the football. You know, we're going to be coming up. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, yes. And we, like, so today, man, I want to talk about the giveaway. I mean, Saints football. That's what I want to talk about.
All right, fella.
Hey,
All right, bro.
It was nice having that one, man. And
yes, sir.
And until we have another show, but I think what we're gonna start doing, y'all, we're gonna do a lot of football talks throughout the week, like we do. But instead of having a motivational Monday show every Monday like we used to, we haven't done it all. I've been waiting to hear back from Crush, because haven't heard from Crush in a little bit, so we haven't been doing that.
Right.
But what I want to do is
shout out to Crusher, man.
Yeah, shout out to Crusher. Hopefully my man's doing well, because like I said, he hasn't messaged me back in a while. Heard from him. But I do want to say every Monday, instead of doing motivational Mondays and talking just football, I want to replace Motivational Monday with an event like this every week. We go over some goals. We all come up with ideas what we can do to better the channel, and what we can do to maybe grant people wishes, what are other people wishes on this channel to come here, and we'll watch some of those videos, make-a-wish videos, and see what people are doing out there in this world, and just have a good talk, I think, every Monday. And hopefully eventually we'll have, I think we had like 15 people today, maybe 20 at the most. So if we can get moved from 20 to 25 to 30, keep getting bigger and bigger every week, I would truly appreciate that, because at the end of the day, yes, the channel, number one, the first thing is the most important thing. We're going to be talking about our Saints. I'm going to cover your Saints, because that's what I love doing. But number two, which is neck and neck with covering the Saints, is what I want to do on this channel and accomplish. And that's to bless people and grant people wishes, and put smiles on people's faces. So, with that being said, I appreciate every single one of y'all that came on, everybody that stayed in the chat the whole time and watched it. It was a 3-hour event. It was a great, success day. I think we're going to start doing this every Monday. And with that being said, we'll be live again in about an hour to talk some Saints football with everybody else. And like I said, the right, Slim Self and Apollo and Miss Megan and Michael and Jerry, all of y'all. We love every single one of y'all. And I'll see y'all at 10:30. And since we only the Who That's in here right now, and Miss Megan, go Hawks as well. What do we always tell everybody? How do we end the show? Who what?
Who that?
Who that, baby?
For life.
You heard him. Who that? Talk to y'all later.
Your time is up, our time is now. Say Hoodie, you can't see us, our time is now. You hear me? Hoodie Jube in the building shining now. You can't see us, our time is not at all. Your time is up, our time is not. Say Hoodie, you can't see us, our time is not. You hear me? Hoodie Jube in the building shining now. That N.O., you can't see us, our time is not. Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Cameron Jordan on the field, about to take a QB soul. Ever Camaro break a tackle, so you know he bold. Mike Thomas catching everything, so you know he cold. The defense elite, D. Davis coming through the line, boy, take a seat. Lattimore in the backfield, so you know that's me. Them boys with the Florida leaves, yeah, they gon' eat. Yeah, we talking Pyromatic, we talking Marcus May. We in the backfield, we gon' make them pay. Them boys hitting hard, they need an X-ray. Yeah. We talking black and gold. 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 Straight to the Super Bowl. Your time is up. Our time is now. Say Hoodie, you can't see us. Our time is now. Hoodie Jube in the building. We shining now. We shining. You can't see us. Our time is now. You hear me? Your time is up. Our time is now. You can't see us. Our time is now. Say Hoodie, Hoodie Jube in the building. We shining now. You can't see us, our time is now.